Welcome to A Bit of Board Games, a casual podcast documenting the many failures and hopefully successes of Bitwaffle Games, as we learn the ins and outs of board game design and self-publishing. Join us on this journey as we talk about a bit of life, a bit of design, and a bit of board games. We're live streaming, playtesting our game on Tabletop Simulator. Ralph's first time playing it, and with us. Oh yeah, so I'm Steven, your host, and also Ralph's here. Trevor's not, because apparently he's sick or something dumb. But filling in so graciously, and what a privilege for him, Jesse Oberg, really? Back on the podcast.
Thanks for having me. Super hyped to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, man. What episode were you on? You were on one like a long time ago.
Yeah, it was a while back. It's a
throwback, getting Jesse back in here.
I know, it's basically retro.
Yeah, man, we've just been going for so long that we now have retro callbacks.
Seven tens times. Seven of those tens.
Dude, sevens of tens. Literally
Yeah.
seven.
Yep.
7 of 10s. Anyway, we've got Tabletop Simulator set up here. But before we jump into that, we got everything in Tabletop Simulator. Ralph had some awesome work on the cards, and we got kind of the 3 different basic, advanced, and mastercraft stylings, at least ready for this prototype in this playtest. And they're looking awesome. I'll walk through the different pieces as we go over into Tabletop Simulator, but they're great. I spent a lot of time this weekend loading in all of the information using like a data merge through Adobe InDesign, but then going through and manually adjusting every single text box. But so Ralph, it did work great for all of the data. Everything that had a number, that's not messing up. That's easy to update. Jesse, do you know what a data merge is for?
Yeah.
So like we got our spreadsheet with all the all the information. And so then listeners, so in case you don't know, we have a spreadsheet with all the different fields of all the different areas of our cards. And then as you go down, you can see all the information broken out in those columns. For each card, you can kind of see every piece of information lined up. But then what you can do is you can export that and link it into InDesign or Figma is what I did before, and essentially name certain components or certain text areas. You like kind of match the name with the header on that column in the spreadsheet, and then it like reads that file and just populates every card sequentially after that. It took a bit to figure out. There was something weird where it worked fine in Figma, then doing it in InDesign, it like, I don't know what exactly it did, but there were certain fields that I had line breaks in individual cells, because I'm like, hey, here's an instruction, and then like I went down a line in that same cell and said like, hey, if you roll a 3 to 4, this is what happens. If it's a 5 to 6, this is what happens. Just for visual clarity, I did that. But when I brought that into InDesign, it read each line break as like a new cell, and then it threw off the entire order of everything. And so then I have cards where it's just like there's like some sequence of numbers as the title and like blank area. It was super weird. So it took me a long time to figure that out. But I got that, and then went through and like all of the body copy on all the body text on just everything like on each individual card. It was screwed up, and so I had to make things change. And Ralph, I don't know about you, but I kind of hate InDesign. Like there's things about it that work great, but why in the world did why did it, like when I press like up or down on the arrow keys to like adjust text up, it would move the box, but the text would stay in the same place, and then like all of a sudden it would go and then jump, and then all the text would move, and it was super weird, man.
We should go through InDesign, or you should just show me the document, and as we go through it, I might be able to give you, like, there might be things that I could help make your life easier.
Okay, yeah, I should have
just by looking
first.
at it.
because I'm like learning it. Oh, hey, we got some chat. Freetex Warfare. Hey, how's it going? And also, making his appearance here is definitely not Batman. Jesse, that's my brother, Eric.
Okay.
He says, "Who's this weirdo guest making his debut?" Batman, I think he might have been on the podcast before you were on the podcast. So
I was. But actually, I think I was the episode right before him. So pretty much way cooler.
I don't know. We're just gonna call you Warfare. Yeah, we made this board game. So this is the current prototype of it. It's a competitive crafting combat game. So we've got these different blueprints here and resources, and then I'll flip one of these over, kind of show you. We don't have all like the final artwork on them, but we've got the main frames of the cards here. And yeah, so there's like combat, defense, and utility blueprints, and you craft them, you play them, and then you fight against each other with them. So it's called Foundry. And we are, Bitwaffle Games is our name. We have a podcast that we do weekly, kind of talking about it, and show some stuff on Instagram too. But anyway, since we're here, Warfare, these guys have not played this game yet. So on with me here is Ralph. He's like the main art director for our stuff here, and then my buddy Jesse is filling in today. But our other partner is not able to be here, who helped make the game as well. But yeah, we made this. I think it's pretty fun. Anyway, Jesse, Ralph. Eric said
ready.
Eric said he just checked and he was the first guest. So sorry.
That's his word against mine, though. We have no proof of that.
I mean, I think he went and looked at the list of podcast episodes, and that's the proof. So
he potentially may have done that.
I mean, we could do it right now, live,
but that would take away from the gameplay time, which is really why I'm here.
True.
I'm itching to get into this, dude.
All right. So, guys, we are in the Artificer clan. This is the lore of the game, backstory. As artificers, we grew up in the Artificer Guild, or like we're like artificers, like a tribe. It's like a family. And as an apprentice, we are all apprentice artificers right now. And as a part of your like final graduation from being an artificer, an apprentice, to get to journeyman, you have to go through the forge trials, which is what we're doing here. And in this world, there's an energy source called Shade Light, which they have harnessed to create different powerful items, like energy type items. It's kind of a fantasy, but like a tech fantasy universe here. The Shade Light, they kind of harness into these shade cores, which is one of the main resources you're playing with. So we are drawing these blueprints, which if you look at this, hold Alt or Option to kind of hover over it, you can see on the left side of the card, there is, on the top left is an icon which indicates what type of item it is. So this one is a companion, which is unique. So let me get a different one. Okay, that's another companion. Hold on, let's shuffle these up. Anyway, so the main resources we're using are, what's that?
Sorry, I was trying to get back for you.
No, you're good. Our shade cores, which kind of power the forge to craft stuff, and scrap, which is kind of just scrap material. So on the left side, this one is a utility item. So going down, the top icon stands for utility. And then the next one is the number of shade cores you need. The one below that is how much scrap you need to craft it. Then at the top right is how much XP you get for crafting it. And as you craft and gain more XP, you level up on your forge here. So like the right tracker on the right side, you start at 0 XP and you move that down, 1 slot per XP as you level up. And when you hit certain tiers, you will then unlock like the next level. So when you hit that purple square, you then are able to craft the advanced blueprints, which is the second tier of blueprints. At the beginning, you can only craft the green ones, which are basic. When you hit those spots with the double arrows, you get an upgrade token, which then goes on the right side of your board, and you get a permanent kind of passive upgrade over there. So it's kind of like a skill tree. You kind of decide how you want to build out your forge. The left tracker is your HP. So as you take damage, you move your cube down slots to kind of show how much damage you've taken. And then far left are the 3 categories of actions you can take. So on your turn, you can do 2 of these 3 categories. So if you choose to craft, you can craft up to 3 blueprints that you have in your hands by paying the amount of shade cores and amount of scrap. As crafting action, you can also craft empty cores. So like we start out, we have 1 empty core permanently affixed to your forge board. And so you see like the hexagon token down there.
Mm-hmm.
So right now we all start with 1 filled core. And when you use it, you flip it and then it's empty. And so we'll get to another action later. But as a crafting action, you can then spend 5 scrap to craft an additional core. So you click and drag that to your board. And when you craft those are permanent. But you will, like, as you fill them as another action, you flip them over to fill them. So you'll keep crafting cores. Essentially, the more cores you have, it's like magic, where it's like the amount of mana you have in a sense. And so
did I miss a spot where you said how to fill the cores, or you haven't got that?
I haven't got to that yet. I'm kind of
okay. All right.
Because crafting cores is one of the things now. So that's just what crafting does. As another option for an action is to do the gather action, which allows you to draw 2 additional blueprints from any of decks that you're able to craft from. And you also collect 2 scrap. So you do both of those things, or collect 3 scrap. And then as the third option, you can refresh, which you roll these 2 dice to fill your empty cores. And I don't have a reference anywhere, but essentially, wow. Okay. A 1 is a fail, but if you get doubles, it fills everything. So even double ones.
Oh.
So 1 is a fail. 2 through 6 is a single success for that die. So like this would be, I would fill 1 core that I have. And so like this one would get flipped if it wasn't already. And then, yeah, so like I'd be like, hey, as my action, I'm going to do the refresh. So let me try to refill cores. Cool. I'd get 2 filled cores there. I'd flip them over. If it's doubles, it fills every core that I have.
Double of any number or just snake eyes?
Double of any number.
Okay, got it.
So you'll always at least fill 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, as part of that refresh phase, if you are corrupted, which there's certain weapons that do corruption damage, which essentially is like a lingering poison, where you'll add these corruption trackers onto your health tracker. So like I would put this one here. So I'd be like, hey, I'm corrupted, twice. So like here I've got, you look at my board, I've got 2 black tokens on there. At the end of my turn, if I don't cure this, I take 2 damage. So I'd go 1, 2. So these would go down. Everything would go down 2. And then that would increase. So then I'd have 3 for the next turn. And if I still don't cure it by the next turn, I would take 3 damage. It would increase again. So when you're corrupted, if you do the refresh action, you can repair it for 1 scrap per corruption. So I could pay scrap that I have to cure that if I do this action over here.
Okay, got it. And is it 1 action per turn?
So 2. You can do 2 things.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So let me just go ahead and tell you too. This is very much prototype still. This whole action sequence over here is a new way we're trying things. We have not attempted this version of the actions before. We're trying to streamline and make things a little clearer, because previously it was kind of like you have 3 total actions and here's a list of like 6 things you can do, and people were like, I don't know what to do, and it was confusing.
Okay.
Let me go.
So then you combined some of the actions into the crafting one.
Yeah. So
all
of those things that you can do down there were individual actions. I've just combined some stuff.
Cool.
So let's look at these at a card again. Good gracious. That was the same one. No, let's not do that one. Okay, this is a good one. Okay, so this is a combat weapon. So you'd pay 1 shade core and 3 scrap. Scrap, like you draw some passively at the beginning of each turn, and then you just would put these to the side of your board. And then you can spend them to craft stuff as needed. So this one, you 1 core and 3 scrap, and then when you use your core, you flip it to empty. You'd move your XP tracker 1, and then this card is in your hand. So that's when you play it. So then when you play it, you'd put it in front of your board, which automatically aligns on these handy little slots here.
Very
They look
nice.
sharp.
And so,
Wicked sharp.
thanks. So when you craft it, it goes here. And then at the end of your turn, so it's currently passive and it's being crafted. At the end of your turn, you'd put these cards out in front of you. And so now it's an active card. So you've got the lightning bolt icon, which is number of charges, which is essentially how many uses you have. So you'd put these on here saying, hey, I've got 2 uses on this card. And so then on my next turn, I can actually use it. And if you look, the target is how many targets I have, so how many people I can attack. And then the fireball is how much damage. So I could hit one person for 3 damage. And then I would do that. So I'd hit Jesse for 3, remove a charge, and then I'd have this again that I can use next turn. So you can only use 1 charge on each card per turn. So you can use all of them that you have here.
What happens when you run out of charges on a card?
It gets discarded. So you would just like discard it over here on your side or whatever.
Okay.
So yeah, you have
It's a permanent discard. It doesn't go back into the draw, right?
Correct.
Got it.
All right, let's stack these here. Okay, so this is a good option. So Mortar is a companion. Companions are a little different in that they don't have charges. So they have unique abilities. You still have to craft them like normal. So you'd put them over here, craft it. But then when it's done, you'd actually equip it on the middle of your forge board as your companion. And they have their own health stat. And so they have to be targeted specifically. If someone wants to eliminate it, they have to like say, hey, I'm going to attack your companion. Otherwise, I get to do this ability every turn. And that far right heart is how much health it has. 1 second. My daughter is yelling for me. You guys are going to have to hold the show. Explore around for a little bit, and I'll be right back.
Got it. Okay. All right, cool. So, Martin, you've been doing the primary artwork for the game, right?
Yes. Working at it, chipping away at it.
Okay. What's been your favorite part of the artwork to be working on?
Honestly, the coolest part has been some of the item concepts that we've done, like the actual stuff that isn't actually on the card yet.
Okay.
That is really cool. However, we're still working on how to tie it into the car.
Okay.
So that will be yet to come. But I will say, it's been fun combining like different colors. Like we've landed on this kind of green, purple, orange treatment, which we like, but we've been throwing around other ideas, and that's been, it's been a lot of fun. We're definitely looking forward to the item placement itself.
Yeah, I mean,
so,
as far as the color palette, I like it, and I think it does make a lot of sense because I think people who are used to games in general are kind of used to that hierarchy with often progressing from like a green to sometimes like a blue and then a purple and an orange. So I think that makes a lot of sense to me.
mm-hmm.
So, and I think one of my favorite things about the card art in general is how it kind of looks like it has like power kind of flowing around it and then like kind of plugs into your player board. I just think that is really sharp. I just think that looks really cool. So there's some really cool design things you guys have going on here for sure.
Thank you. We've got ideas too of like, for instance, right now I'm looking at the companion. It actually doesn't plug into the board, and I'm going to have to talk to Steven about this to make sure. But that could be another way we could differentiate the companions is by removing that bottom piece.
Yeah.
And like making it feel just a little different somehow, and then like right now you can see, if I can do this right, yeah. So you see all of these are the exact same, except for the colors, but as we move on up the hierarchy, we could actually change other stuff, like the pattern behind everything that the items will lay on, or the connecting components could be made out of nicer materials depending on the level that the card is. So there's some stuff that we can do still. So these may change. Oh, and the backs of the cards
it would kind of be. Go for it.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that for the companions, since all the other pieces are kind of connecting to like this area where the cores, it would almost kind of be cool if your companion's gonna be here, if this was almost like flipped a little bit, so like the power piece was at the top, kind of feeding into the other section of where all the other pieces are feeding into. I mean,
True.
that would just kind of look
True.
snazzy in my opinion, but I can't wait to see what you guys come
No,
up with.
yeah, that's definitely an idea. The board itself is something that we've still got to tackle, obviously, but but yeah, if things work out spatially, that could be a good idea because the back of the card it has that connecting piece, and it would be weird if that wasn't there for just the companion cards. So we might need to figure out a way to keep that in while still separating out the companions. So that could be a good solution, actually.
Yeah. No, they look really cool. Very cool. So as far as the like boards are concerned, obviously this is basic like black and white, but when you say there's more work to be done there, is it just this is like a rough concept of the board, or do you think you're talking more the theme or the colors or just everything in general?
It'll be so I am thinking the board concepts as far as like numbers, placement, where things are, how it is shaped and everything. That is pretty solid. We like the way that is. It's going to be like tying in the overall look to where it looks like it fits with the cards. That's the thing that we still have to basically figure out.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
It's going to be a big job.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Steve.
Thanks.
We were just talking about some of the art and thematic, and I was picking Ralph's brain a little bit.
Nice.
It's my opinion, just for the record, that the companion little like power connector section here would kind of be cool if it was on the top of the card, because then it would be facing where the other power is kind of coming from.
Well, so they still are crafted here with like the circuit, the thing.
True.
And then this is kind of like
could be on both.
See,
top
I didn't even
and
know
bottom.
that.
Yeah, so everything still gets crafted in these slots. So when you're crafting any items, you're putting them here, and then when they're done, they would go out, except for the companion goes to your board. And you can only have one companion equipped at a time, unless you do the upgrade for defense, where it lets you equip a second companion, and then you just play it on the side of your board over here for your second one.
Okay.
So essentially, go ahead.
I do really like the pseudo skill tree concept. That's pretty cool. That's something that you don't. Well, I mean, I'm not an avid board or card gamer. Well, I am kind of an avid card gamer, but not like with this style really. So that's definitely something that I haven't seen very often. That is very cool. It scratches my RPG itch,
I've gotten a lot of good feedback on that from different people that they really like when I've playtested with other people. Like that has been a thing that people have commented as being their favorite element multiple times, of having like the skill tree type thing.
That's cool.
It's definitely been a really fun piece of that. Okay, so where were we? So explain the general cards. You've got number of targets, number of damage it does, charges, HP. One difference. See if we can find a defense item.
There's one under the advanced pile. I don't know if that.
Oh yeah, that's okay. Let me put all these away in a second. Okay, so this one, mirror wall. That's not helpful. That's not one that has what I need.
Oh, whoops.
That's okay. Just pull through all the cards. Good gracious. There we go. Okay. So where damage is on the other cards, on defense ones, since they don't do damage, it shows armor. So that one, when played, you'd put a number of armor tokens on it, indicative of how much damage it can take blocking you. So if this is a defensive item that's out in front of you, like instead of charges, you'd have armor tokens here. And so then if someone hits me for 3 damage, I could be like, okay, let me take 2 of these, and then I'll just do 1 on my board. And then, or all 3 or whatever. Because this one lets you pay extra scrap to recharge some armor on it. So every card kind of has its own unique thing of what it does. They all they're all equipped the same. And in general, like defense generally do similar things, offense do similar things, but like they have their own unique abilities, and they get more unique the further, like the higher rarity they are. The one difference, there are some defense items. Not that one. Nope. That are traps. And those are the only things that are played differently. Here's one. Okay. So I would actually play this one face down. So since it says advanced trap underneath the title up there, which Ralph, I haven't. Why is the text off? Dang it. The text isn't centered. I'll have to look at that. But
where?
On the mech decoy one, it's like on the bottom. Anyway, so this one, it says advanced trap under the main title up there. I think for traps, we put like a little icon in the text box in the top left corner of it or something. So like, this is a trap. So traps, when you craft them, you'll pay the cost, but you'll play them face down because you don't want people to know what they are. And so when you do that, and then when they're crafted, you would then play it out here, face down. And essentially, traps are all triggered when someone attacks you. So someone attacks me, I would then activate this trap, and this one is a decoy. So they'd attack me, and essentially this one would take the brunt of that damage. It's armor. Mm-hmm. And when it does get destroyed entirely, it gets discarded, and I would gain 4 scrap when it's destroyed. Some traps will deal damage to the attacker. Some will remove charges from their items and do various other things. So traps, like, because they're always activated when you're attacked, you kind of you have to be more careful about when you actually want to play it.
So it is not similar to the like basic defensive ones, is that you have to trigger it when you are attacked, or can you choose? Like with the basic defense ones, I can choose if I have 3 total armor if I want to use 2 at a turn, right?
Yeah.
So for the traps, if you are attacked, you have to trigger the trap, or could you opt to not trigger the trap for that turn?
So you have to trigger it. You don't necessarily have to take the armor off of it. So like it's triggered and be like, okay, it's out here now. I've got 4 armor in play. And so other ones, like a lot of other ones will like trigger, and then that there's one that like reflects the attack back at the attacker. Some that just like deals outright damage to the attacker. Some that steals scrap from the attacker. And like there's various things that like they're not. Most of the traps are not like defensive traps in that way.
Okay.
So they all have kind of their own unique spin on stuff.
Got it.
Okay, there's a few items that do cloaking. So it says cloak. That essentially, you'd put that somewhere by your board, and you can't be attacked for that turn. So if it's like, hey, you cloak, okay, I'm now cloaked for this turn. No one can attack me. At my next turn, this would then go away, and then I can be attacked again. So it's charge, scraps, cores. HP, essentially, you'll just grab however many for your companion and throw it on your companion, however much health they have for now, and remove it. That's one thing I want to talk through, Ralph. Like, that was one thing I didn't know, like, if there was a better way to track HP. Because right now, our own HP, we just go down the grid. But when you have a card on here that has 5 HP, presently it's just like place 5 health tokens on it, and then just on top of the card, like on your board or whatever.
What's the highest amount of HP a companion can have?
It's like 5 or 6.
Okay. Could always use a dice. Kind of like
yeah, we just
like magic or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't personally have a problem with the
I don't either, and it's
token doodads.
It
but
is,
the other, if you're trying to simplify doing the dice, would give one piece of something.
Yeah, that's true. Cool. So that's armor upgrades. Essentially, when you get an upgrade, you hit one of those double arrows on your XP board, you get an upgrade token, and you can put it in the first slot in any of these. If you get another one, you can either go to the second slot or first slot of another one. So as you go, you can either try to diversify and kind of get like low level upgrades from every category, or you can like really push in to one category. And there's 5 total you can get. So like you can do multiple trees. But they get better the further on you get into that specific tree, that skill tree, whatever.
When this says -2 scrap to craft combat cards, does that mean it costs me 2 less scrap?
Correct.
Okay.
Final thing on the forge board here, if you hit 20 XP, you do a power surge and it deals 5 direct damage to everyone else's forge, and it can't be blocked by armor or traps or anything. Essentially, if the game's still going, we need to end it. This kind of like helps you get there. So cool. That's the general thing. All right. That's all of the specifics. Now, order of play. You start out, you draw your kind of upkeep, you draw scrap, which you draw 3 to start your turn. And then I should really like pull that up just for reference. Okay, yes, you draw scrap. You then choose your 2 actions that you want to accomplish here, which lets everyone grab 2 of the teal icons and put them to the left of your board. And like, so as you take an action, you're like, okay, I'm going to craft this turn and I'm going to gather this turn, just to show like what you've done. And then at your upkeep, you'd reset those as well and draw your scrap. Okay, then so you draw scrap. You then perform your actions. So you choose which actions you do, go through all that and craft items, whatever. Things become active if you've crafted them at the end of your turn. Sorry, I jumped ahead. You do your upkeep, you do your actions, and then you can use abilities of cards that you have that are active in the field. And then when your turn is done, you do your end phase, which you move any crafted items from that turn. You move it out into the field, and you check for corruption. If you're corrupted, you take that damage and increase it if you didn't cure it. So, and I will go over this again. It's totally fine. Let's get started. Everyone first will draw. Let's make sure we shuffle these. Everyone will first draw 2 blueprints to start the game from the basic category.
I would like 2 Mastercraft ones. Is that okay?
Nope.
Oh.
So if I hit this flip button,
the boards are locked.
Right.
So
oh.
I locked them to the table. That's
but
how
everything else will go flying, right?
Smart move.
Oh, like the flip. Oh, at the top, yeah, that'll just launch the entire table. You're right.
That's what I was asking about.
Wow. Okay, everyone draw.
Asking the real questions here.
Draw 2, and bring them over
Draw
your
2,
hand,
okay.
and you can flip them in your hand. Oh shoot! Why are they stacked? Wait, did I only draw 1? Oh, weird. I only drew 1.
And if I flip them, then while they're in my hand, no one sees them?
No, go look at ours. You can see they're like white when they're flipped over.
Got it. Okay. Yeah.
Cool. And then you can still, hit option or whatever to look at the details of the card. And I'll go first, and I'll start by drawing my 3 scrap. And then again, so we're trying a couple new things this round of the game. So the things are a little bit in a different order. Why can't I? There we go. Then how we've previously done. So if I get a little caught up on something and I have to think about it, that's why. I'm gonna start by crafting the scrap detector for my 1 filled core and 2 scrap. So craft, and then I'm going to gather, where I draw 3 scrap and draw 2 blueprints. And that's my turn. So this goes out here to be active with 2 charges.
And a scrap detector. What the frick does that do?
So essentially I can use a charge and just get 3 bonus scrap.
Okay, got it.
But not during this turn.
No, so I can only use like 1 charge per turn. So on my next turn, since I just crafted it this turn, it was in the queue, and then my turn ended, I move it out to become active. So the next turn I can use it.
Okay.
I'm going to take notes while we play this too. So just for reference.
Does it move counterclockwise around the table?
Oh yeah, so Jesse, you'll go next.
Okay, got it. All right, so I'm going to take my scrap. And then I'm going to Oh, did you move your XP thing?
Oh, I did not. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So Okay. All right. I am going to craft. Oh wait, so I have to do this. I'm going to craft, which is going to be lucky. I'm going to craft lucky.
You already got a companion?
I sure do.
Wow.
Which is going to cost
Nice.
me one of my cores.
I like that you've done that.
Thanks.
Lucky. And how many scrap is it? 3 scrap. Holy smokes. Rolls all my scrap. Okay, and I get 2 experience for that. Check a wow. And I am going to I'm gonna gather. I'm gonna draw 2 blueprints and collect my 3 scrap. Whoops. Oh yeah, okay. So 1 and 2.
Cool.
And that is my turn.
Nice. All right, Ralph.
All right. So I'm going to draw my scrap, which is on your side of the table.
I guess we could put a bag on either side.
Oh, it's not that bad.
Okay.
And funny because it's like, okay, I think I'm gonna craft these shade darts.
Nice.
Which costs 3 scrap. So my scrap. And it costs my shade core, of course. So
so F to flip it.
we'll flippies. And then and I crafted. Yep. So there's that. I do think that is working out. It's easier to keep track. Hold on, give me a second. And then that gave me 1 XP.
Yep. There you go.
And then so it is crafted, so I can just move this somewhere.
So do that at the end of your turn. So leave it there for now.
Oh, okay.
And then
So then my companion should go in my companion slot.
So now you can put it in your companion slot.
Got it.
And then it has 3 charges, so I need to. Oh well, that would happen at the end of the
Yeah, you can
turn
do
as
that
well,
at the end.
probably.
Yeah.
So I am all out, obviously. So I suppose I need to gather now. So I will do that.
Where do you gather?
Seems like the thing to do.
No, you do both. So
Wait,
you draw 2
hold on.
blueprints and you get 3 scrap.
Yes. Okay. So drawing 2 blueprints.
What's this upside down card over here, guys? Do we know what this is?
I do not know what that is.
I'm just gonna put. Don't look at it. No, it's fine. I wonder if that's when I like only got 1 card. I wonder if I left it on the table by accident.
Okay. Do you want to shuffle the basic or just leave it as is?
You can shuffle it. That's fine. Yeah, go ahead.
I believe that's my turn.
Cool. And so it'll go play out in front of you. So real quick cheat to get it. You can either click and then like scroll wheel to rotate it. Or you can just use this top slot, which will just straighten things out. So on this card that Ralph just played, it has this little skull icon, and that stands for corruption. So he would hit.
That's why I picked it.
He would hit 1 target for 1 damage, and they would be corrupted once. They take 1 corruption as well, and he can do that 3 times.
Sweet.
Cool. So then you can put your charge tokens on there. So you'll need 3 of those from the yellow pile.
Yeah, I want to do that. I like that. I want to do that.
Eric, are you still watching? You still in the chat?
Oh yeah, I have not been checking the chat. Sorry guys.
That's okay. I got it up. It's not like this is the most exciting thing to watch, so it's more.
Oh yeah, we should say also this is not only the first time like Jesse and I are playing the game, but it's also, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is our first virtual playtest as well.
Yeah, we've never played
Tabletop Simulator.
Yeah, this is the first time ever trying it in Tabletop Simulator. This is the first time playing this iteration of the game. Like all of the text on the cards has been adjusted since last time. Some of the stats have been adjusted since last time, and obviously like kind of the card frame, the artwork of the frame is new too.
It's a day of firsts.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. My turn. I will draw my 3 scrap. Let's try to lay these
You have
out.
a lot of scrap.
You should have. You gathered at the end, or you did gather, right? You got your 3. Okay.
I did gather. Yeah, I got,
And then
I got my 3.
I'm gonna use one of my chargers on my scrap detector to draw 3 more scrap. Oh, don't go there. Hold on.
Oh wait,
Oh, wait,
yeah, and we
I can't.
put our
Hold on. Sorry, I can't do that because using the abilities doesn't take effect until after. That's a new thing we did too. It used to be kind of freeform. You could use abilities or craft or actions whenever you wanted. But now all of your abilities takes place after you do your actions. So I will not do that. But for my...
And that's how you got it from 3 actions to 2 actions?
One of the things.
Okay.
That wasn't an action. It was just like we gave it more structure to the turn order. So instead of just being like, hey, you can use abilities or you can use actions, or like, hey, use 1 action and then use your abilities and then use your other 2 actions, people would lose track of how many actions they've used, and they'd lose track of what part of the turn they were on because it was never in the same order. So we're streamlined some things, simplified some things, and added more structure to how the game is working. Okay, so first action, I'm going to craft. I'm going to use 5 scrap to craft a new shade core. So now I have 2 empty cores. And then as my final action, I'm going to refresh. So I'm going to use the siphon to fill my cores. And I fill both because I only have 2. Well, I'm flipping everything. And then I'm going to use one of those charges that I already discarded and draw 3 scrap for that guy. And that's my turn.
Okay. Do you draw 1 card at the beginning of every turn?
No, you do not.
No, okay.
You only draw for the gather action.
Got it. Ah, I see. Okay, that's a little unique. I got it. I'm cool with it.
Definitely, like, yeah, the instinct is like, start my turn, draw a card. But like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing you start with is scrap.
Yeah,
so
scrap.
you draw 3 scrap at the top of every turn. And that's how you like start your turn. And any feedback or things you think of, like, make a note of them to talk about at the end. So if you're like, hey, like, this was weird or this didn't work out, like, I want to know that stuff at the end.
Aye, Captain. Okay.
Oh yeah, let's go back to your board, see what you're doing. Go nice and zoomed in close here for the viewers.
All right, I don't have any cores currently. So I guess I'm going to refresh since I feel like I have slight surplus of scrap. So I refilled my 1 core, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
One note too. The way cores work is new as well. Cores used to also be disposable things where you could craft empty cores for 2 scrap, and then you'd have to fill them, and then when you use them up, they would go away. And so then it was a constant churning of like drawing scrap, crafting cores, using the cores, drawing scrap. It was just like constant back and forth. Also, with the doubles, people found a way to cheese that. So they would craft a ton of empty cores. Like they had like 12, and then they would just use one of their actions to roll, and then they would keep rolling until they got doubles, and then all of a sudden now they have like 15 cores or like 12 cores, however many they had, and then
they never have to craft them again, basically.
And then they won the game. Like it's essentially like there was no coming back. So we're trying this method of cores are more expensive, but now they're permanent, and so you still have to fill them, but you keep like the empty core itself. So that's a new thing too.
I never played it the old way, but just at first glance, hearing it like this current way makes more sense to me. Yeah, because it kind of feels like if I'm gonna spend the resources to craft the thing, it just feels not really gratifying to have them go away right away. You know,
right? Well, that's why they were only 2 scrap before, but again, then it just didn't. It felt like a kind of weird. It was such a weird thing, man. It's constantly like, okay, I'm gonna draw scrap so I can make cores so that I can do stuff so that I can get more scrap, and then yeah. Anyway, all right.
I like the management side of this already. Like, you can just I'm working with an empty core right now. I've only got 3 scrap. I've got these 2 things. You know, I just like how I have to keep track of these things and kind of manage my forge.
Yeah.
Right. That's awesome. I think that's really kind of interesting and cool.
Cool. I'm glad.
Then again, I haven't won the game yet, so if I lose, I'm gonna hate the whole game.
That's fine. So. I've never won, so.
Nah, just kidding. I expect to lose.
I've never won, and I've been eliminated first almost every time.
Why?
Go ahead, Jess. What were you saying?
No, I will say that, like right now, I'm having trouble choosing between. Am I gonna craft or am I gonna gather? Which I think is good because you want the decisions to have weight and you want them to matter. So I like that. It should be a hard decision. I think that everything should be meaningful. So props there. I think what I'm gonna do is I will craft.
What you gonna craft?
Yeah, let's do this. Let us craft our scrap armor, or I guess does it matter which one you put into?
It doesn't matter. No.
To go. Oh, okay.
Wherever your heart leads you.
Oh, it's leading me. It's leading me right to this scrap.
Wherever your hammer falls, to craft your item.
Jeez.
So hold on,
yeah.
Steven, quick question.
Yeah,
so
go ahead.
When you craft a blueprint,
Yes.
That costs 3. That costs 3 scrap, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't say that on the board though. Am I crazy?
It says it on the card.
And it says pay resources on the blueprint. Maybe I can.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Maybe I can phrase that.
Got it.
Better.
Ignore it. No, it's just that on tabletop simulators, like you're really only paying attention to one thing at a time. I don't think that issue would crop up if you actually had this in front of you.
Sure.
You would more intuitively know. Yeah, never mind.
I get 1 experience here. Oh, and that also cost me my core. I think I think that's my turn.
Cool.
And then this can guess.
Yep. And then 2 armor tokens on it.
Armor. Nice.
Okay.
And I think the armor tokens are going to be like the same circle tokens like the charges are. Kind of small little tokens.
Yeah, that. Yep.
Because then it'll be like the same kind of shapes on everything you put on
agree
cards.
with that. Yep.
Cool. All right. What are you going to do, Ralph?
Okay. So my turn. I draw scrap. Well, not the whole bag.
Okay. Don't be selfish.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Give me just one, please.
Just a simple click and drag.
Oh, his ping.
That's what I was doing. I
Might be doing
swear.
stuff for him too.
That's fair.
Okay.
Hey, have you used a mouse before on a computer?
Only a couple times. There we go. Okay, now I think I know what I want to do. I'm
like the sound
going
of that.
to. Oh boy, expensive option, but I'm gonna craft a core exchange.
Dang.
And I actually get 2 XP from that. So boom.
Nice.
And then it costs though, it's pretty costly. So oh wait, I'm an idiot. Hold on, first crap, hold on. Undo. I don't have this card.
Control C, quick.
You don't have.
Okay,
Oh, you don't have cores. Yeah.
I need to refresh my core.
So you got to roll the 2 dice.
Oh, okay.
I
Good. I've been waiting to roll the die.
Oh yes.
So you-
okay,
thank
okay,
you.
okay.
Oh my gosh, just knocking stuff over everywhere. So you fill it. You got it.
Yes. All right. Frick yeah.
And you.
So
you
flip
don't have
that.
corruption, Never mind. Yeah.
And it costs 1 scrap to do that as well, right?
No.
So.
No. It costs 1 scrap to repair corruption.
Oh, it doesn't. Oh, to repair corruption. I see. Gotcha. Okay, perfect. So now, pretend that you're seeing this for the first time. I'm going to craft.
Oh, what is this? Oh my
thingy.
gosh! What is this card? I've never heard of it before.
Gasp.
Go like that. Yep. And then that is going to cost me 4 scrap.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie. I'm so excited to play this with you guys right now.
Me too. I was nervous, honestly.
Ralph, you can also click and drag to like select multiples if you want.
That's a good idea.
1 scrap. 2
I'm very
scrap.
methodical.
That's fine. You can do that too.
Okay, so that crafts it, and then hold on. Give me a second. Let me just think. Let's bring it here. It has. Give me a second.
You're good.
I know I'm getting something, but I think it.
So don't put it out there yet, because you can still use your other abilities. So you want to keep that one in the queue for now until you've used your other abilities. So
Okay.
Because you can't use it until the end of your turn, or until your next turn. So like you'll do your actions, and then you'll use what you have out here, and then when you're done, you place the new ones out. Because like
okay, so
they're like being crafted during your turn. When your turn's over, it's like, oh, they're done now. They're
yes,
like
okay,
in a crafting queue
got it.
kind of thing.
Yep. Okay, so then I have it's ability time, so
Yep.
I have to use my shade darts.
So you can use
Yes.
one. You don't have to use them, just FYI. And when you do use them, though, you can only use one charge off of a card, off of each card each turn. So if you have like 4 cards, you can use all of them, but you can only use one charge from each of them on your turn.
Okay. I'm trying to think. Maybe I have not good foresight, but
All right,
I
people.
don't
So,
see a reason not to
so,
use it.
so Ralph's gonna use his shade darts, which hits one target for 1 damage and does 1 corruption.
Yes.
Who are you gonna hit?
So I'm going to use it on who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? You.
I know. I knew it. All right.
I just
So-
feel like you have an edge right now a little bit.
Okay, people
so-
say that, and then I lose every time. All right, so I've got 1.
Yeah.
Let's look over here. So I took 1 damage, and I've got 1 corruption on my card.
Sick.
And then
Alright.
once he uses all the charges
Yeah.
on the shade darts,
Is gone.
that blueprint is gone
It goes to your
forever, right?
So you'll put it on your discard pile, and there's like 1
Yeah.
Mastercraft card that allows you to craft something out of your discard pile. So pretty much though,
Oh,
once
that's
it's
very
in
interesting.
your scrapyard,
Ah.
once it's in your scrapyard, you can't. You generally won't be able to use it again.
Got it.
Cool.
Oh, and I used my shade core as well, so I flipped
Cool.
that again.
All right, so you can go ahead and put that one out and put its charges on, and then
But then
Yep.
you only have.
And then I'll
So
go.
you have to get rid of one of your charged cores though now, don't you?
no,
You gotta
he-
flip that.
no, because he didn't use it. That card that exchanges has charges on it. So like his next turn, he can use charges from the core exchange.
Oh, he was only crafting it. I see.
Right.
Got it.
But I did toss one of my shade darts core. Yeah.
yeah, you
charges,
shot.
yes.
Yeah, that was just
Yeah,
like
yeah,
an
yeah.
attack. Okay, so I drew my
Mhm.
3 scrap to start. Let's refresh on these guys.
Man, you better watch out. You got corruption.
It's just 1 for now. I'm going to
Yeah.
craft. I'm going to craft this scrap grenade for 4 scrap and
All enemies
1
roll.
core.
Oh boy.
and that gives me 2 XP. And then do I want to craft anything else? I sure do. I'm also going to craft this scrap sword for 1 core and select these 3 scrap, and that gives me 1 XP, which means I can craft advance next time. And then my second action, I'm going
Oh
to
my god.
refresh, and I'm going to repair 1 corruption with 1 scrap. So get out of here. And then I'm going to roll to fill my cores. And I get all of them, but it's only 2 anyway, so.
You.
And then, granted, I'm out of all of my resources now. So then I'm going to, yeah, that's my action. So I'm going to use this charge. Oops. Go there. And draw 3 scrap. And then this will be discarded. Cool. And then these become active. And that's my turn.
Okay, goodbye. My turn.
Nice.
So I'm gonna draw my scrap. I am going to.
Oh yeah, so the final goal of this is to be the last one standing. And in these forge trials, essentially like you're attacking each other's forges. So when your forge is dead, you're eliminated. And if you succeed, you get the best placement in the Artificer Society to work on the ancient ancestral forge. So you get like best placement in your society. That's what you're competing for in the lore of this. So all right, what are we doing, Jess? You drew your scrap.
Yeah, I was just taking a note for the end here.
No, that's great.
Okay. All right, so I think I have no choice but to do something.
I could see it.
Okay.
This is gonna be a longer one to edit down for podcast purposes.
All right, we're gonna refresh.
Okay. Also, side note, Jesse,
Is
all of the basic cards only require 1 shade core. Advanced require 2, and Mastercraft require 3 shade cores.
Yeah, I had a feeling that might be the case,
Okay.
which is what I'm trying to
Yeah, just wanted to
put together a plan here.
make sure you were aware before you made too many decisions that could break you.
Okay, so wait. Pretend I'm not rolling these dice.
Okay.
When I craft this, it's an empty core. Blah. Okay, so we got to craft first. All right, let me craft an empty core.
Man, I just got really hungry. I don't know why. All this crafting makes me hungry. Working in the forge.
Okay, so here we go.
Also, I just like
Now-
the snap points I put on the cards. Like, isn't that so satisfying to just like drop that token and it just like locks in? Like,
Hey,
sorry. It's my game. I own all of these
get
components.
your friggin' hand off my friggin' board, bro. Jeez. Okay.
Are you sure you don't want to gather? Just kidding. Okay.
Steven knows what this is doing to me right now. Ralph just thinks it's funny. Would you
Okay, sorry. Just start. See, the funny thing is the anchor
my turns
points
take long enough as it is.
Anything will snap to the anchor points. So
yes.
you just like put an entire card on the side and it'll just lock in.
Okay.
What happens if I pick up a card with stuff on it?
As long as you don't move
all
it,
the
It
stuff.
should stay put.
if you don't move it too quickly, it'll stay put. If you shake it, the things will fall off. It has like a physics engine and everything. So
1 and
Physics,
5.
yeah.
Okay, so normally I would only be able to refresh one of my tokens.
and so since you rolled,
Except
lucky
my companion allows me to re-roll one die.
You
once per
lucky,
turn.
you lucky
Oh,
dog.
what?
Dude, that's
If this is a one, I'm gonna
okay.
laugh. Okay.
That's the first time I've ever seen this companion actually be used, and it was great.
That is cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I now have 2 cores. And so I guess I can't. Okay, so my thought process. I can't craft anything because I don't have enough scrap. But I can gather so that I can accrue some scrap so that hopefully I may be able to craft something next turn. So I'm going to select uno, dos, tres, and I'm going to select these 2 doodads over here. Holy smokes! Oh, gentlemen, you are in trouble.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you do?
Yes.
We should play poker,
Oh
Nick.
yes. Yep.
Yeah. Also, my brother sent me screenshots. I just saw these of our podcast episodes, and his episode was 17. Ralph's first episode was 18, and yours was 19, Jesse. So, and then and then Ralph was every 18 episodes for a while until he was a permanent established
Permanent fixture.
Yeah.
How many episodes then has it been now since my last one?
So you were number
19,
and this is 70, so it's been 51.
All right. Well, try to have me on more frequently. That's all I can say. Okay.
I haven't had any
that
other guests
is-
besides Ralph since that series of 4 when Trevor had his baby. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Trev babe.
Yeah.
Okay. I am done. I believe I am done.
Okay. You didn't craft any blueprints or anything?
I did not have enough scrap at the time.
Okay, cool. Ralph, let's do this. What you got?
Okay. So, okay, here we go. Let's grab scrap. So, I get my scrap. And there we go. Now, this is actually a tough choice. Like, you can't see my cards, but like my decisions here are
So you
interesting.
got 2 blank cards to me.
Yeah. So,
Oh. Okay, I'll talk about something in a second. You do your turn first.
okay. I need to. I want to reach. Oh no, am I done? Advanced. I want to reach advanced, but there's no point right now to reach advanced. You know what I mean? I think.
So if you crafted, hit advanced, you could then gather and then draw advanced blueprints as your second action. Although you don't have any cores, although you do.
Right, exactly. But it would still be drawing, and I could worry about cores afterwards. So, but I also don't even have 2 cores. So, so I think what I want to do is I want to get my second core. So I think I'm going to craft
Do it.
and spend my 5 scrap to go ahead and craft another core. Oh yeah, wait, sorry. Let me do the fun. This, yeah. So I'm gonna spend all these.
Multi-select. So then you have to still hover your cursor over, and so it says like it shows the infinity sign.
Yes, there we go. Okay, so there we go. And then wait, what did I do? Oh yeah, I wanted a core.
So you're
So
getting a core.
A core. Stick it here. There we go. And then and that's that turn, right? So
well, that's one action, so you can still use another action. You can either gather or refresh to try to fill those.
yes. Okay, so now I'm going to do oh, but I can't oh wait, I can use the siphon because that just is a dice roll.
Yeah.
So let me do refresh. Ooh. Yeah, I might as well do the die roll.
Well, you want this die over here?
I would like it. Ah, no. Okay.
It spawns back on the table if you drop it into the void.
Okay.
Eric said got that right, by the way, in our chat about him being on the first. But actually, Jesse, you were on more recently than Eric's, if that counts for anything. So
It sure does. Recency bias.
yeah. Cool.
So that filled my 2 cores, and now there we go.
All right,
I think that's everything, right?
Into it.
Steve,
Now you can use your
didn't give
stuff.
yourself your skill
my
tree thing
actions.
last turn,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I was gonna say. So I was just gonna do that at the
okay.
top of my turn to talk through it as I do it. Eric said I was the first, and I'll be the last. All right. Well, I'm just never gonna have you on again, Eric. So
Foreboding.
yeah.
Eric, you should try to bring a little more positivity into your life, dude.
All right, Ralph. What are you doing? You gonna attack someone?
Maybe I'm not gonna attack right now.
I mean, all right.
There's no point in using core exchange.
We gotta get this game moving, guys. Going slow.
Yeah, okay, you know what? Let me use my shade darts.
I know we're learning it though, so I'm not
because
super...
again, I don't know like what could be my lack of knowledge, but I don't know the reason to wait right now, so I'm just gonna attack Jesse with one of those.
Nice. Oh, side note: companions cannot be corrupted. So like if you did a thing that does corruption damage, it wouldn't hit. It wouldn't take effect. But like
Also,
what?
I'm just realizing something I could have done, and I hate myself. I could have done core exchange.
I mean,
to get my core.
But you could have only done one of them.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that makes it a little better, I guess.
Yeah, you're not a complete idiot. So.
Okay. I always forget about the actions. Like I just don't remember those. But
all right, my turn.
Yeah, it's your turn.
All right, draw 3 scrap. All right, drew the 3 scrap. Let's reset these. Okay, so last time I leveled up and got an upgrade, but I forgot to choose an upgrade. On my skill tree. So I'm going to do utility and get +1 scrap each turn, which means this time, since I did that technically last turn, I will draw 4 scrap to start my turn. All right, to start out, I will gather. That's not. That's the wrong thing. I put the scrap token on there, and I'm going to draw.
Kid doesn't even know his own game.
2 advanced blueprints.
You're moving up in the world.
And I will also get 3 scrap. Holy shit! I have so much. Holy crap! I have so much scrap covered. We're good. Oh, I got 10 scrap here. Okay, what do I got?
Wait, so why did you get that extra scrap though? Oh,
because I did
of
the gather.
Yeah, okay.
So maybe we need to. I have so much scrap. Maybe we need to lessen how much.
But also,
scrap
you're on the utility track.
So yeah, I got an extra one to start, and I gathered. You
have so much scrap.
I know. But I'm gonna craft Smith, this companion, for 2 cores and 5 scrap. And that will give me 3 XP, which means I hit another upgrade. Is that real? I think we need to. I addressed some numbers on the XP, but I guess I got my second upgrade, guys.
Jeez,
Okay, so then
wow, that starts to ramp up quick, huh?
Yeah, that's interesting because everything. Yeah, so we adjusted XP values too, so that actually we'll need to change that because that's not. That's great. That's too much. Cool. And I crafted that. And you know what? I've got 5 scrap. I'm gonna craft another empty core. And then I'm gonna use my scrap grenade. So each of you has to roll a die.
Just one?
Roll 1 die each.
Okay. And what happens?
And depending on your result is how much damage you take. If you roll a 1, you take 2 damage. If you roll a 2 to 5, you take 1 damage. If you roll a 6, you dodge and take 0 damage.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna roll. Oh,
each of you just roll. Jesse, he's just like nudging it over until he gets a 6.
All right, I'll roll it.
All right, let's go, guys. What are you doing? All right, you each take 1 damage.
Excuse
all right.
me.
I finally
once per
took
turn,
damage.
I get to re-roll a die.
Hey, all right. That means you can't do it on your turn, like on your. Since you re-rolled to fill cores last time.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't if you
but
do it.
It's not my turn. It's your turn.
Okay. Maybe.
So I guess just some specificity.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, go ahead and re-roll it. Should that be on your turn? Reroll 1 die, or like once per round, or something, so you can choose to save it for offensive or defensive.
I don't know. I think you either keep it with the value it is, and so okay. This is my knee-jerk reaction. If it's going to be once per anyone's turn, like let's just say for kicks, it's how I'm interpreting it right now.
Yeah.
Then it should probably be an advanced card. Like it should probably cost more to acquire it.
If it's like every person that attacks you, you can reroll. Yeah, it shouldn't be
if
that.
it's once per a person's turn. If it is only once per the owner's, companion owner's turn, then it's fine. The way it is, I would say. So that's fine.
Cool.
So I'm understanding your intention to be that it's once per on my turn.
Yeah.
So I just take 1 damage then, right?
Yep, that is correct.
Does my corruption increase?
No. Oh,
okay.
Did you? You just got corrupted from Ralph's attack. Okay.
Correct. It hasn't been my turn again yet.
Cool. All right. So still my turn. I'm going to use the scrap sword and hit Ralph. 1 target for 2 damage. So take 2 damage. And then that's my turn. Smith becomes active and has his 1, 2, 3 HP tokens.
Though I will say, just in terms of this, it obviously feels more fun to be able to like re-roll on other people's turn. Like I do think, as far as like a fun mechanic, that would kind of be.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's just my opinion. Okay. My turn? Or you're still working?
I'm done. Okay, my companion is pretty OP. Blueprints cost 1 less shade core while active.
Yeah, that is.
But also he only has 3 health, so like if you guys you could kill him before I get my turn again, which would suck. But maybe it's just.
Yeah, I need to remember that you guys have companions I could attack. I didn't even think about that.
Well, just gotta get better at the game, Ralph. Come
Actually,
on. Have you never played this before?
Jesse, should we add health to his? Because that's a good indicator that like that's something I could attack. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, sure.
Because he has 2 health, right? Am I like that?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Alrighty. Alright, so let us draft.
What's the Steven, random question?
Yeah.
What's the maximum health that like a companion? What's the companion with the highest health have?
Let's see. It'd be a Mastercraft one. And it would be 6.
6?
Yeah.
That might be too. Well, actually, no. I think that would work. You know what I'm thinking? This might be insane, but I could create. We were talking about a way to represent health. I could create like a groove, like a visual groove in the card for companions, and you just literally use the cubes to fill it up. I know we need a number on the card somewhere. But if you just have it somewhere and then use the cubes to like fill the bar, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense, but
Is there space on the card
to me.
for that, you think?
For 6, I don't know. That's why I'm asking. I don't know how big the cubes are going to be in relation to the cards.
Yeah.
But if I don't know, hard to say.
I mean, this is about the right size. Maybe slightly smaller for these cubes, but like the squares on the board, like that is the relative size to the card. So like each of these squares is like an 8mm cube, like which is like a standard size.
Yeah, maybe there's not enough room.
Not for unless we like did a larger sized card or just a different thing, or we just be like, there's no art for companions, and then which that sounds dumb. So.
Okay, so excuse me. I'm going to play scrap. So I'm going to craft. I'm going to play scrap shot, or I'm going to begin crafting it. I flipped my core here, and I'm paying 3 scrap to do that. I get 2 experience, which allows me to buy the advanced card or draw advanced cards now. I get an upgrade.
Get that upgrade.
Okay, just looking forward for the steel 2 scrap for each attack.
So every time you attack someone, you steal 2 scrap from them.
What if they don't have any scrap?
Then you don't get any scrap.
Well, I don't like that.
People have scrap a lot of the time. But then it's also like, it screws them a little bit. Because they're like, oh, I'm saving scrap to craft this thing. And you're like, I'm going to hit you with this little dagger.
Wait. One of the utility things is reroll 1 die once per turn?
Yeah.
That's a repeat with my companion.
Yeah, but it's a level 2 track on there. And there's only one of these companions in the whole game.
Don't like it.
What?
But I guess it does allow you to, you don't need that one if you're going to go over there. But then you have to unlock the second one to get the third thing, right?
Yeah, but also like your companion's going to die in like 1 hit. So you're not going to have him forever. I do, because I'm just going to hit him next time and say die.
But I have defense.
It's true. Okay,
Yeah.
so there is I'm pretty sure how Trevor and I decided the armor works is that if you have any armor cards, it only protects your forge, and your companion does not get protected by that. We went back and forth so many times.
I remember this conversation.
Because some companions have their own armor, and we decided companions cannot use their armor to block your forge.
Yeah.
So since that's the case,
that feels cleaner to me.
Since that's the case, companions are pictured as their own entity that nothing else protects them, because they're like floating around near you.
Interesting.
There's been a lot of
I probably would
discussion.
have done that the other way, but
I tried. I was like, hey, I think all armor can cover anything, was kind of my thing. Like, your companion has armor, he can block your forge. You have armor out there, it can block attacks on your companion. But then part of that too is like, it takes away the core of it was that, like, do we want attackers to choose who they're attacking, or defenders to choose how to divvy up damage? Because like, if I'm choosing to attack your companion, and then you're like, oh, but I've got this armor out here, then it's like you're choosing how to not take that damage. Whereas if I'm just saying like, so one option was like, hey, I'm attacking you with this thing for 2 damage. You'd be like, oh, should my companion take this? Should I take this? Should my armor take this? It didn't work as well that way. So
that's the way that Magic does it too, allowing you to decide how you divvy up the damage. That
it is, yeah. You choose to block
unless
and
there
stuff.
are other things to act, flying
Right.
and all that stuff. But okay, all right, moving on. I will. I guess I will do the.
We gotta get a move on, guys. It's getting later.
Later for me than it is for you.
Yeah, I know, but I get up at 5 every day. It's a good workout.
I can confidently assure you that I do not do that.
It's alright. If I have one late night, I'll be fine.
Okay, so I will refresh, I guess. No, I'm gonna gather. I will collect my scrap.
Cool.
And draw my other cards here. That's my turn, and this comes out here.
right.
Okay.
Throw your charges on it. Yeah.
Any charges 3.
All right, Ralph. Let's do this. We all have the basic feel for the game, so let's
I think
speed
so.
round.
Yeah.
Speed round
So,
decisions.
I've been planning, so I'm gonna do the scrap. I'm going to craft. So I want to collect. Oh wait, no, not collect. So I want to craft, and I'm going to craft a a scrap field for 1 core, and then 2 scrap.
Nice.
And then my other action. Oh wait, and then that gives me finally. That gets me up to level 4, which will allow me an upgrade
Nice.
of geez
Of the entire bag.
big upgrade. I'm gonna do I think I've been hurting for I'm gonna go combat actually. So there's combat. Yep, and then I'm going to use the gather to draw blueprints, and then I can and now I can gather advanced, right?
Yep. And so
I'm
you
going
can
to-
choose to either draw 2 advanced, or you can like draw 1 basic, 1 advanced. So like whenever you do the draw 2, it can be divvied up between any that you're able to.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be 2 of the same.
I'm gonna go in on advanced for now until I get a feel for it, I guess, and then I'm gonna grab my scrap. I get 3 of, and then I think that's it, right?
And then use your.
And then it's done.
Don't activate it yet. You got to use your other stuff first.
Oh frick! I always forget. Okay, so I'm gonna use my scrap dagger on his daggone companion.
Wait, your what? Your shade darts?
Oh yeah, my shade. What I
Scrap
said?
Dagger?
Sorry.
Oh.
2 different words.
I heard crap dagger.
All right. Nice. You
So
did
I hit his thing, and then I guess corruption doesn't apply. Right?
Yeah, companions cannot be corrupted. They're
Which is
magical.
fine. So then discard,
because of reasons.
and then I use my core exchange to grab his core, right?
So just empty his and fill yours. So just flip it,
Yep.
and then you get a filled one from that.
Sick. Okay, got it. And now this is ready.
Yep. And you put an armor token
and then
on
I'll
it.
add the charges.
No, it just says armor.
Oh, an armor. That's right.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
armor. Yeah. Yep. Got it.
Just
Okay. Yep.
Dropping things
Awesome.
outside of the back here. All right, my turn.
Got it.
I get
That was a
4.
pretty quick round, right?
Yeah, that's good. All right, I get 4 scrap. Reset these. I don't have cores, so I'm just gonna refresh. And so let's go ahead and roll these guys. And I get 2 of them. Flipping dice too over there. And then I don't have any corruption, so my second action, let's see, what do I have in here? Can't do that. I'm gonna gather. So I get, gather I think should only be like 2 scrap. We'll see. And then I'll draw 1, 2. And then let's use my thing. So scrap grenade. Each of you roll a die. What? I only grabbed one of them.
Grenade.
Thanks. I thought they stacked.
Oh no.
What'd you get? Oh, you take 2 damage. You both take 2
We both
damage.
got
Oh well,
one.
Jesse can roll though. He didn't reuse his roll last turn, so Jesse, you can roll.
Okay. Okay.
If you want, unless we want
Oh, for Pete's sake.
to.
Whatever.
So you both take 2 damage from that. That's now discarded.
Yep.
Do I have to add 2 corruption from that or something?
No, it just moves everything down too.
Okay.
And then Ralph, I'm gonna hit you with my scrap. Wait, you're pretty hurt over there. What do you do? 2 damage.
It's your grenades, man.
I know. Yeah. Okay. It's gone now though. Scrap sword. I'm gonna kill Jesse's companion.
How much damage does that do again?
2.
I should have just hit you with the shade dagger. Hit your companion with the shade daggers.
And that
That's what I should have.
is my turn. So Jesse's
Okay.
turn. Oh, Jesse, don't forget you have armor too for like the grenade stuff. You could always mitigate with the armor.
Okay. Okay. Alright, so let's refresh. I'm gonna pay 1 scrap to repair my
Nice.
corruption.
You can just delete it or put it in the bag.
And then I get to roll the dice to refill my cores, hopefully.
Yeah. 1.
1. Okay. Which is a real kick in the pants. Thank you, Ralph, for stealing my core. Hard feelings are there.
And I killed Lucky, so you can't reroll.
Yes, I'm aware. Okay.
I lost track of what turn that was. I think we're on turn 6 now. All right.
I guess I'm going to do
Let's craft some stuff.
this and these.
Wow.
What the heck?
That's so funny to watch.
Just clunk. Just miss. What do we got?
Uh-oh.
My cloaking device.
All right.
Snap.
Okay, so I have that. That is 1 experience. And then let's see. I'm going to craft an empty core. And then I'm also going to do my scrap shot.
Nice.
Does that mean you guys? Does this mean you guys have to roll?
So if it says enemies roll, we have to roll. If it says roll a die, you roll it. So this is roll a die twice.
Ooh.
Wait, who are you hitting with that?
Oh. You.
Okay. So what was that? 2 damage?
2 damage. And then I get to roll again.
Yep. So you do a second attack.
Ugh. And that's 1. And I'm still pretty bitter about that core, so that's gonna go for you, Ralph.
Okay, so I can do I can use my scrap shield
Yeah, you can.
to mitigate that, right?
Yep. And then
Mhm.
it'll get discarded because you only have
Okay.
the
So I'm
one.
going to use my scrap shield, and that is gone now. Nice.
Okay. And then this finishes crafting.
Nice.
And I am done.
All right. So I'm gonna go get my scrap. So 2, 3, and then I'm going to.
Oh, wait a minute. What is it? -2 scrap to craft combat cards. Oh, cloaking device is not a combat card. Okay.
So I'm going to gather.
Nice. Gather those materials.
Yep, exactly. And I'm gonna take. Actually, I'm gonna take 2 more advanced.
Nice.
And then I still collect scrap, right?
Uh,
Or is it?
yeah, for the gather, yeah, you do both.
It's both.
Yeah. Okay, it's both.
You do that like action. Well, that was huge. Sections. You like choose. If you do gather, you do everything in there. Or
Perfect.
You
okay.
can do everything in there. I guess you don't have to.
Yeah, no matter what option you choose, you can do everything within that option.
Yep.
Okay. So let me look at the cards I just got.
So it's one way to like
Okay.
let you do more, but in a way that has more structure to it. Rather than like I have 3
Gotcha,
actions to
yeah.
use among 6 options, it's like you do 2 different things, but in that you can do multiple things among things.
I see, yes. So I'm going to. Oh, now, yes. Okay, so I did gather. Now I'm going to craft. Shade bolts.
Nice.
All my bolts, which costs -2, so this would cost 5. It now costs 3.
Nice.
So, dupe, which is really nice perk. Oh, what happened?
Look at this guy.
All right, amateur hour over
Yes.
here.
I know, for real. So I did that,
Proja.
and
Is Mike, is that you? You're the only person I know the name of Proja over here. Mike's in the chat, ME Proja, and
hello.
said perfectly clear, multiple things among things. You know, I try. So
Yep, that makes sense.
how's it going, me Proja?
Welcome in your Proja.
Is it Proja or like Prozia, like Prosia? How do you
Prosier.
Prosia.
protege? Mike,
I honestly thought you were talking
Could
about
you pronounce it for us in the
ambrosia.
chat?
yeah, can you just
there
pronounce
for
it?
us?
Can you type out
Yeah.
the phonetic spelling?
Yeah.
Prozia.
Prosia. That's not as fun as saying ambrosia.
Prosciutto.
Now we're
Prosciutto.
getting into the weeds.
Is it my turn? Ralph, did you finish?
No. Okay, so now I need to use my action, right? So I'm going to use. Ooh,
Your
I could
items.
fill a core. Mm,
Mike, things are looking a little different since when you played it recently. One, we have like cooler looking cards, and also, I'm
You
Italian. Mike said I'm Italian, so some Prosciutto would be a good snack at this hour. Prosciutto.
I took your course, Steven,
What? Rude.
with my last charge there.
Okay.
So, and I think that's my turn.
Nice.
Oh, well, let me put this out there. So now I have this card. Have my shade bolts
Okay.
Bravo, Ralph. Bravo.
with 2 charges. So, but yeah, I'm good now, I think.
Cool. All right, my turn. Draw 1, 2, 3, 4 scrap. I've got so much scrap over here, guys. I don't know what to do. Reset these.
Somehow I think you'll figure it out.
Whatever shall I do? Oh, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna craft as my first action, and part of that, we're going to craft another shade core, and then I'm also going to craft. Which one of these? Yep.
Hopefully not something that costs you more than 1 core.
What? Definitely not that.
I had a feeling you were gonna try to pull a fast one on me.
All right, whatever. I'll just craft this guy then. And
Also, without you guys I forgot that crafting this card gave me 3 XP, which moved me down to a new upgrade, which I used for the next combat track.
ooh, nice. All right. Well, since you did that, I'm gonna hit you with my scrap sword, Ralph. So take 2 damage.
Okay,
Since
2
it's
damage.
a sword, I think it should be called a squap sword.
Nope. A scrap
It's just something to
sword.
consider.
Yeah. New card design and
You
forge
said you were
updates too,
receiving all
right?
feedback.
Yeah, Mike. Ralph's been working on these card designs, so we got kind of some awesome art going on here with this, and then kind of worked on a new layout for the board. So actions now are set up in these clear little categories. You choose 2 of those categories to do on your turn, and then you can do everything in that box rather than like, here's 3 actions, do 3 of the 6 things listed out here. And then as you do things, oh yeah, my final action, I'm going to refresh. So I'm going to roll to fill. I get 1. Cool. Yeah, so you kind of track your actions as you go, Mike, here. And then that's the main thing. And then the shade cores are now permanent things. And so you craft them and they just fill and unfill here, but they cost more to make. Yeah, you see your feedback was taken into consideration. Yeah, there is some good stuff, man. Some good stuff about streamlining, simplifying, all that. Try to do that. And that is my turn, everyone.
Nice.
Okay. A 1, a 2, 3. Anyone? Throwback Tootsie Roll commercials? Or
Yeah.
Tootsie Pop Matter?
Cards look killer. Yeah, that's thanks to Ralph. They're looking awesome. Here's a close up of the advanced one, and then just for fun because they look so good. Here's a Mastercraft one. Oh, Ralph, what did you think of how I treated the icons? Like using the color. So like rather than like we were using different colors for like the charge icon, target, other things. But now I just made it the color of that card.
Right.
Nice, dude. Is it too much of that color everywhere?
I am a little torn on it. We're gonna need to see it with an item actually in it because I think the main thing that's throwing me off right now is there's where at first we were worried, is there gonna be enough of that color? Now there's like so much of that color all over the card.
Yeah.
So I just think let's check it out when we have items to place and what that looks like, and then just kind of go from there.
Okay.
See, I don't hate it. It's just like I'm not sure.
Yeah. You can find something that's maybe like a neutral color. It's just used throughout everything or something.
Yeah. Or you can make them just all the stuff white.
Yeah, that's true. We'd have to have some kind of delineation between icon and number just to have that clear visual indicator. Yeah, doubles. Jesse got our first. Was that our first doubles? Well, it's the first one that actually like accomplished anything. I think someone got doubles earlier, but they only had 2. Or only 1 or something.
On the cards, like if you look at scrap shot here, this like the third delineator over here with like the fire thing
with the asterisk.
Yeah, what's the fire thing mean again?
That means it's determined. Oh, that's damage. Excuse me. And so the asterisk is determined means it's determined by it's variables. It's determined by the die roll.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so I'm going to create.
The term is craft. It's not create.
Shh.
Mike, how's your daughter? How's she doing? In case you guys are wondering,
Shade Lands.
Hey, very nice.
Dun, 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 which means I get 2 experience. Boom, boom. Which also means I get to pick another thing.
Nice, dude. Asleep, thank God. Yeah, no, I get that. Libby was out tonight, and so like at the beginning, like when we first started like going over the rules of the game, Cece was just crying out, and so I had to go and get her, and she had gone to the bathroom in her diaper, and so I had to help her with that. And I'm like, you couldn't have done this like 40 minutes before we put you down for bed, or like right before I put you down for bed, you know. Anyway,
that would be too easy.
Yeah, this has been like 3 nights in a row, I feel like, where it's just like she's down, and then like 45 minutes later she's like just calling out for us and just needs a diaper change, but it's all good. It's usually pretty quick. She goes right back down.
Okay, and I would like to now, what happens with my cloak thing?
So you have 1 charged, and so you choose when you want to use it, and when you use it, like if you're like, hey, I'm gonna use it this turn, you can't be attacked for 1 whole round. So wrong one. So like next time it comes around to you, the cloaking token would go away.
And so would the charge.
Yeah, so you'd like use your charge, and then you'd get the cloak token.
Put your token.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so
she's advocating for what she needs. Yeah, she is. It's good. And honestly, Cece's pretty easy with that too. So Lily's good. New word from the weekend is donut. Nice. How old is she? She's like a little over a year and a half.
Bolts.
Ralph with his shade items over there.
Yeah, I am scared of them, so I'm gonna go invisible for this turn. And what I also wants to do is I'm gonna do my scrap shot.
18 months this week. Nice. Okay, she's only like a month or 2 older than Henry. 2 months maybe.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, because the boys were 17 months yesterday.
Yeah, so Jesse, who's on here, I don't know why I'm pointing up like that to my left over here. Let's use the camera the way it's there. He's got twin boys that were born a week after Henry. And so yeah, he's in this, but twin boys, so same boat as us, but also different.
Same, but different.
Yeah, it's the same, except twice as ridiculous. So dude, Henry is in this like shrieking phase, and like I've had headaches every afternoon for a week. Like I get off work and it's just like ear piercing, and my head just hurts all the time.
So Stephanie decided.
Is she shrieking too?
No, she's not. Stephanie's my wife, for those who are interested. Stephanie decided that she was going to teach Oliver, "Are you talking to me?" with the finger wag. So now when he's pissed and I'm trying to like calmly like redirect or discipline or whatever, I get yeah and a storm off.
Oh my gosh.
So I friggin' love that.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to sorry, I did my roll. I got an attack. It's going to be 1 damage for this attack. Ralph, you're going to take that damage there.
Got him.
And then I'm going to roll this again.
Oh, 1 damage. Okay.
A 1 is no damage. Dadgummit. Okay. And I have this and that, the other, and those 2 things. Okay, I am done.
Nice. And Mike, you're glad to be sharing with all the Twitch. Yeah, all the 2 people that have been on here. We're super popular, so a lot of people are gonna see that.
It's true.
Henry has been making lots of animal noises, so like he's trying to get some words. Like he can almost say Cece's name. He's like he. But like he can do like some B sounds now, and so he'll be like, he can say ball. And then when we try to get him to say bear, and he's like, ba, ba. And then he'll just be like, rah, ba, rah. Just like he's like growling for everything. It's hilarious. I got a video of it last night. It's pretty fun. But he's almost thinking about trying to get some words. So that's a lot of fun. You should, Mike, you should get her to say dino. That's like the cutest thing, is to just, when you're daughter or your kid says dino, especially like they like over enunciate it. When Cece was little, she'd be like dino, and then we'd whisper it and she'd whisper it back. She'd be like dino, and then we'd yell it and she'd be like dino. So she'd just like copy whatever we did. Yeah, Henry might be a bear for Halloween. We'll see if he learns any other words by then, or any
that'd be dope.
other good sounds. He can make monkey sounds too.
So far, the only sound we can do is roar.
I mean,
the lion sound. What's a lion do? Roar.
His lion, bear, tiger, dinosaur sound, it's all the same roar. So he can technically do a lot of different animals.
That's what I'm saying. He's ahead of the curve.
Yeah, that's right.
But what I love is when we're having like snack time and I'll be like, oh, do you want a snack? Then the boys are like, knack.
Yeah.
Nah. Like with the big eyes, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Or when, I don't know if you, I'm sure like Cece and Henry do this, but when you are trying to like reinforce something and you're like nodding or smiling, whatever. So whenever we're like, okay, Oliver, like down, please. So he'll say like down. Like, he doesn't quite get the end, but he'll be doing it like this with the nod because we're like nodding to him while we're instructing him. So he's like, da.
Dude, Ralph, you just hit Mastercraft?
Freaked up.
I did.
Ralph just hit Mastercraft.
But I forgot that -2 to craft combat cards, so I accidentally spent all of them, but I just needed to take 2 back.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
So let me do that.
Well.
So basically, I used craft to craft a shade core, which cost 5 scrap, and then I used 5 scrap to also craft this.
Nice.
But then I get 2 for free. Or
well, look who it is in the chat.
Discount.
Guess who just decided to show up?
Oh, is it Mr. Sickman?
Yeah, Trevor.
Oh, Trevor's here.
He's going well.
Be named.
Yeah, it's been pretty good, man. We're slowly moving through.
I think half the reason it's so slow is because we're using simulator.
It's a little bit clunkier in trying to explain how to use Tabletop Simulator while also explaining the game.
Yeah, it's learning 2 things at once.
Wow, that's just rude, Trevor. How dare you? Ralph, did you finish your turn?
Almost.
Okay.
I need to choose what upgrade. So I think I'm gonna go with the first rung of the utility.
Start going while you're doing your upgrade. I'll get 4.
I get 1 more action though. Haven't.
Oh, we were gonna change that because you only have 2 of 3 actions.
So now I need to
use a different upgrade and not do that one.
Not do that one?
Yeah. Where is that one? Wait, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
You just have your second action still. Never mind. Just ignore me. What does Ralph think about it? He says it's pretty terrible. He hates the game.
That's not true at all. I'm actually really enjoying it.
He said he likes the upkeep. Jesse so far said he likes the skill tree side of things too. So some good pieces. Not too many issues honestly so far. It's been going well. There's a couple like clarification things on a couple cards and other things, but nothing's broken. The permanent cores has been great, Trevor. I think that works really nicely. Yeah. Are you still going, Ralph?
All I need to do is use my shade bolts. So
okay.
Now I'm going to use my shade bolt to hit you, Steven.
Trevor says love hearing that. Yeah, man, it's been good. It's been fun. Like I said, going slowly. We're going kind of late, but Ralph just hit Mastercraft. I've got 4 cores built up already. Yeah. You're taking Nyquil and going to bed. Love you guys. Love you too, Trevor. Good night.
Bye, Trev.
How much damage do I take, Ralph?
You will take 1 damage, but 2
corruption. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Let's grab this over here. All right. Is that it?
I think so.
Doesn't that hit? You can hit Jesse with that too, dude. It hits 3 targets. So.
Oh,
I'm
I didn't see
cloaked.
that.
I'm cloaked.
Okay, so I'll hit.
I'm cloaked. I'm cloaked. I'm
Oh
cloaked. I'm
crap!
cloaked.
That means you can hit me and my companion.
Oh, sick. Okay, yeah, I'll do that
dang it.
then.
All right. Well, he doesn't.
I would have done that
to.
anyway since I could hit 3 targets.
Guy.
Cool. All
Get
right.
him out of here.
All right, my turn. I already drew my scrap. I'm now gonna reset these. First action, I'm just gonna refresh while I'm here, because I need cores to be filled. Let's roll 'em. Really? All right, I got one. And then since I refreshed, I'm just gonna use 2 to cure my corruption, because I don't want that crap. Then I'm gonna craft. Yeah, you know what? This is what we're gonna do. Do I want to do that one or that one or that one? We're gonna do this one. Mag sword for 2 cores and 3 scrap, and give me that 2 XP. I hit Mastercraft. I get an upgrade. Oh wait, -2 to craft combat cards, so that only cost me 1 scrap. Hey. So let's see, my upgrade. I'm going to later, y'all. See, dude.
Later.
I'm going to do shoot. Steal 2 scrap for each attack. And then I'm going to, I guess, just use one of my charges on my regeneration shield and heal 1 HP. And that's my turn. And then this will go live for next time. All right, Jesse.
Okay. I get +1. Okay, so there's that. I am going to... Oh, so this goes away then, because it's my turn again.
And that card is, yeah, discarded. Nice.
Oh, I didn't use this yet. Okay, so let me put my charge tokens on here. Okay.
Mike, if you're still there, have you guys decided what Lily's going to be for Halloween?
Let's refresh. Two. Okay, so I have 3 of those. Let's do this.
I'm actually surprised I hit Mastercraft. Well, oh wait, Steven, you've hit it.
I just hit it too, yeah. And Jesse's going to hit it as soon as he crafts the next thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't. I don't have enough scrap.
Did you get your extra 1 scrap from utility for your +1 scrap each turn? Did you draw 3 or 4 at the beginning of this turn?
I don't remember.
Okay.
We will assume that I drew the correct number. Okay.
Mike said, didn't y'all have others playtests scheduled? How'd those go? Yes. So Trevor took the game to his family vacation and played a 6-player game, and overall went really well. The way we were playing before, they found some really broken stuff. And like you could craft shade cores that were more disposable, and you could just keep crafting them and then roll to fill all of them. and so someone had like 15 filled cores at once, and then they essentially won the game after that because they just had everyone. The 6-player game, no, he said it just took just over 2 hours, so it was like the same time that our game took, honestly, that time.
All right, so I'm gonna gather, and I'm gonna take 3.
But yeah, it went really well. They really liked it. You know, obviously some things we're working on. Hopefully some stuff we did here that'll streamline some things, and make it a little bit easier. And then, you know, as we do it a couple more times, hopefully just keep streamlining stuff. So also, I just wanted to clarify, these card backs that I have here, they are not at all close to final. I threw together Photoshop madness that I just like cut pieces off the main cards and just like expanded and did stuff just because I wanted something good on the back, something decent on the back that was at least clear as to what's happening.
I kind of like them.
Yeah, like the general idea I think will be the same. It's just like these are very rough.
Okay, so I'm doing this. Now I get my 2 experience. Bada bing, bada boom.
Nice.
And okay, so one thing that would kind of be cool for the tabletop simulator is when the cards are like invisible to others. If it just showed like the card back instead of just the card white, you know.
Yeah. There's probably a way to do that.
Sure there is. Okay, so I am going to use my grab shot for the last time again.
Wow.
Whoops.
Rolling stuff all over my board, man.
You shush. Sorry about that. Okay, that's a 3. It's 1 damage. Ralph, I guess I'll give that one to you.
You know I have the most health of everyone.
You shush.
Okay.
Oh, he's probably hoping for a heavy hit.
Oh, there's a 6. That's 2 damage. You can take those 2 damages. This guy goes over here. And then I have my Shade Lance.
Jeez. Oh, dude, I crafted this thing earlier, and it only should have cost 1 core. I forgot if my companion does. So everything costs minus 1 core.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yes.
I get an upgrade.
Yep.
I am going to reroll 1 die once per turn.
Nice.
Okay. Let's roll this guy here.
Oh, I also have steel 2 scrap for each attack, and I'm pretty sure I did not do that.
1.
It's okay,
So
I'll remember.
If I roll a 1, it's 1 target receives 2 damage, correct?
Yes. So who's taking it?
You'll take it. Okay.
Moving along.
And I believe that is my turn. And
Alright.
this comes out here.
What are you doing, Ralph?
All right, so I will draw 4 scrap. Because of my upgrades. And then I'm going to. What I really need to do is I need another shade core if I'm going to start doing mastercraft stuff. So I feel like I need at least 1 more shade core. So
Yeah.
I'm going to craft 1. So that's going to spend 5. And then I get an empty shade core. There we go. And then I suppose I should gather. Right? Yeah.
Sure.
Let's gather. Yeah, let's gather. And then oh, and 2 blueprints too. Nice. So I'm gonna go there.
You can draw Mastercraft.
I can.
Or you could do like
Yes,
one
I'm
on
gonna
one.
do 1 advanced
Nice.
and 1 master.
There it is.
Very cool. Okay, and then that's pretty much my turn. So let's see. I'll use my scrap bolts
Shade
on.
bolts.
Why do I keep saying that? Scrap everything. I'm gonna use my shade bolts on the lot of you. So your companion, you, Steven, and there we go, Jesse. Yes, you too.
Can I use armor for this?
Yeah, but you still get corrupted. So you can
Nice. And so, Steven, tell me this. So I steal 2 for each attack, but that's not per person I attack. That's just per attack.
Those were 2 different attacks, so because each target is a different attack, I think.
1 damage.
Really? So I get
corruption.
6,
What? Well, you only hit me once.
but I hit your companion as well.
He doesn't have scrap.
Oh, I see. So I... so I steal 2 from each of you.
I think so, yeah.
Yes, okay.
I
Sorry.
I just gave you.
So, but wait though, if I use armor on that though, does he still steal the scrap from me?
Yeah, because it's still like hitting you, even though it's hitting your armor. What? It's still.
Nice.
It doesn't block like the attack.
If
it
I'm
blocks
using
the damage.
armor, I feel like I would. Yeah, I would be blocking the attack. I'm
Yeah, but
using
it's
armor
a
to block
a
the
mag
attack.
sword that the magnets in the mag sword are pulling the scrap from you.
Gotta say, I'm
I
on
disagree
Steven's
with
side
this
with this
decision
one.
conceptually.
I'm sorry, you're not a game designer in
I
this
think
game.
it just makes the. I just think it makes the armor seem like why.
It mitigates the damage.
Like it has, right? But the damage, you have so much health, and
I don't want the
damage
games to
happens
take
so
12 years, so
infrequently.
like, I want.
But if I'm blocking the damage, then the game takes longer.
Yeah,
I
but
know,
if
sorry,
you're
I'm saying
blocking
it.
damage and also not getting the scrap, and also mitigating corruption, like armor
Okay.
does one
It just
thing.
it just
blocks
seems to me like
damage
then why is it there? I don't know.
to block damage.
Okay.
Did you take your corruption from the shade bolts?
No.
It does 2 corruption? Yeah,
Yeah.
2.
Did you remove? Did you use your armor for that attack, Jess? was 1 damage.
Yes.
And then, all right. So are you attacking with your other thing here, Ralph?
Yeah, I'll attack with that, and it's only 1 target. So I'm going to attack Jesse.
Mike also says he votes taking the scrap even with the armor, blocking like with the armor play, blocking the damage.
Well, you didn't give him sass about not being a game designer.
Yeah,
That's because he agrees with me.
the upgrade paths should feel. My argument is the upgrade paths should feel like significant.
We
I
want
guess
things to
you
ramp
know?
pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Because we don't want these games to take a long time.
And that's not just because I benefit in this particular situation. But anyways, so I'm gonna attack Jesse with the mech gauntlets. There's the first time I've pronounced one of my weapons right. There it is. And then I roll for this. So 1 to 4 is 2 damage. Dang. And then 5 to 6 is 4 damage. So let me roll. Oh, and I only roll 1 die. Yep. Ah, just short. Okay, 2 damage.
To Jesse.
Yeah, I'm thinking. 2 damage. I'll just use my armor for that, I think.
All right, is that it, Ralph?
I think that's a wrap on that move.
Cool.
Or on that turn. Yep.
All right.
Oh, and sorry, crap. So I used shade bolts and mech gauntlets. So, oh, I didn't craft anything, so I don't gain XP. Never mind. Good to
Wow.
go.
Cool. All right, draw my scrap. Do my stiff. What do I even do over here? Okay. I need more. I'm gonna stock up. Okay, I'm gonna gather this turn. I'm gonna draw 2 Mastercraft, and then get 1, 2, 3 scrap for gathering, and then I'm going to refresh. So roll these dice. I get 2 of them, which is better than none of them. That's old. And then as part of the refresh, I'm going to pay 2 scrap to cure this corruption. Deleted. Alright, those are my actions. I didn't craft anything. Oh yeah, I'm just going to use a regen shield to heal 1 HP. And then I'm going to use the mag sword. Jesse still has the most health over here. I'm going to hit Jesse for 2 damage and steal scrap, but you don't have any scrap, so just take 2 damage.
Okay.
Gosh, dude, if this mag sword steals 3 scrap and I have the upgrade to steal 2 scrap, so I could potentially steal 5 scrap with 1 hit. Oh, I should have just hit Ralph for that, just to get for the scrap. Oh my
I'm
gosh.
so glad you didn't think of that.
So dumb. Alright, that's my turn.
Okay.
Although now I'm with Jesse. Okay, Mike's maybe on your side. He said the question is, does armor block the attack entirely? If so, then it should block stealing the scrap. And I would say it does not.
I understand the concept. I understand where you're getting at with its blocking damage, not the attack.
Yeah.
So then if that is the way that feels like that doesn't feel gratifying to me, that mechanic doesn't feel gratifying.
Okay.
However, if it's stated specifically that way, like, you know, in the rules as you're reading that from the beginning, and it's very like obvious, like armor only affects damage, you know, very explicitly, then like, okay, I wouldn't be like grumpy about it mid-game
Sure.
that like it's not working the way I wanted to, you know.
Sure. I guess my thought with that, so like, if it sounds like a balancing issue, yeah, we gotta figure that out. So like, I think if we had armor negate all the other side effects too, then armor would be way more powerful than what it is right now. And so, because it's like, hey, like, I'm going to use my armor to block that damage, and then I also don't get corrupted, and you also can't do the scrap steal and whatever else. It just makes it all more powerful than it is.
I could even get behind the, like, blocking the damage and, like, still losing the scrap. Like, the mag sword, I get it. Okay, I'm cool with that. But if I'm blocking the damage, and in my mind that means that, like, that to me should at least affect then the corruption. That to me is like a logical connection between, like,
That's fair.
I'm not taking any damage, so why would I be corrupted? I could still understand losing the scrap though, because that has a physical like manifestation of a magnet.
Yeah. I guess my thought, like, if the sword hits your armor, so say you're wearing this armor, the sword hits your armor, you absorb the damage in there, but it still, like, leaves a lingering, like, poison effect or something that's still going to keep hurting you, is, like, my thought process.
I guess this other side of the thought process is, if
they're magical
because you're
items.
choosing, right? You're choosing when to use and not to use the armor. So you're choosing when to or not to, like, block an attack. I don't know.
That's true. No, I see what you're saying.
Food for thought.
I wrote it down to think about.
I get the scrap though. I can live with the scrap thing. But the corruption is what I guess I'm stuck on.
I might be on your side with that. I'll just have to think through if that might affect other stuff too. Because if you're blocking the damage, like, the damage you take is going to your forge, and not to you directly. Armor is blocking damage to your forge, which means the forge would not be hit with corruption because you're deflecting it with armor. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Okay. So.
Okay, but in the interest of people's timn.
Belated. I got rid of your corruption. We're just gonna go.
Okay.
That's the rule.
Okay. I will have to then refresh because, well, actually, do I? Because, whoops. Do master. This is scrap. That's 3. Okay. So let's gather. Is 1, 2, 3.
Eric, are you still in the chat? Are you still here? Are you done with work yet? Mastercraft armor that also deflects additional actions to your scrap or forge. Yeah, there could be an armor that like negates every effect or something potentially, I guess.
Okay. What do we have? Oh, finally! Oh, gosh darn it.
I'm trying to figure out.
I just thought of a mechanic you'd have to remind me to tell you about.
Okay. Bedtime, have fun. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, Mike. We'll see you later. Thanks for jumping in.
Later, Mike. You're the real MVP.
Hey, Mike.
His initials are MEP, actually, not MVP.
Dang it!
Only got the one.
Freaking time. Okay, so that means
you do have the reroll 1 die ability.
Oh my god. Thank you.
I don't know what your roll was because the dice got flipped out. It was a 1 and a 6.
It was 1 6 and 1 1. Yeah.
Yeah. Would you stop rolling over my my board? Oh my god.
Never.
Of course you got doubles.
Because it's magic.
Most valuable Prosia. I don't know. Lily's pretty valuable, I think. She might be more valuable than you. Prosia.
Wait, who's valuable?
As he was saying, Jesse was saying he's the real MVP. I was like, that's not his initials. But then Mike said most valuable Prosia, and I said Lily, his daughter, is more valuable than him. So
okay, I'm gonna do this.
Good Lord, what are you doing?
Whoa! Not what cost 9 scrap?
That was 7.
No, that was 7.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh
look,
gosh, he's doing a Mastercraft thing, dude. Oh, it's a trap. It's a Mastercraft trap.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. It's a crap. It's a crap.
All right, I'll let you attack
so
Jesse now.
Yeah.
I have done.
At least
You know what? Not for nothing, but look at all the friggin' scrap he has. Look at all the scrap you can steal.
He's got a lot of.
Stop targeting me.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Guys,
I'm not gonna.
we gotta end this game.
Okay.
Just like
that is my turn.
I'm the lowest health. I'm
use
putting in
your-
the most work.
You gotta use
to end the
your
game.
stuff, Jess.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Yes. All right. So this is armor, so I don't do anything with that. And then
but it gives
my
you +1 damage to all attacks.
Yes. Well, of course.
Good gracious.
I'm gonna use my Shade Lance. I will say that it does feel like as you move forward, the synergy between cards is felt,
Nice.
which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's no fun being like, oh, look at this cool card. It does a cool thing. Oh, shoot, it doesn't work with my other cool card. Like,
Yeah.
you know. Okay, so let me roll this guy.
Don't roll it on my board.
5. 2 targets take 2 damage. You both take 2 damage.
Except we take 3 damage.
Oh yeah, that's right. You take 3 damage.
Because you're +1. All right, I'm at 10 health. I'm halfway dead.
I'm at 8.
Below, even less than halfway dead.
I'm low.
Jeez, I'm really scared about this trap that Jesse has.
So if it's a trap, though, it's only sprung when I choose to spring it?
It's sprung when someone attacks you. So
Okay.
when you're attacked, it activates, no matter what it is.
That's my turn. I just have to use the men's room real fast. BRB.
All right, Ralph. Let's just screw his board up while he's gone.
Yep.
Guys, better not be Jeter McCheersons with my trap.
I wasn't saying anything.
So I gather 4 scrap now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got a lot of scrap. Okay, so now I'm going to craft mech wrench, which will cost me 2 shade cores and -2 from what it actually costs. So it costs 4, so that would cost me 2 scrap. Great. Perfect. All right. So that was my first, right? Yeah, and I could. Yeah, I'm going to then refresh.
Okay.
So, need both the dice. So give me that. Okay. So, doubles. Yeah.
Hey,
Dang it.
it's only
That's
one.
the worst.
I know, it happens to me all the time, dude.
Frick. Okay. All right. So we'll do that. That's fine. Whatever. And then I don't have any corruption to repair. So, all right. Sick. So now I will use my mech gauntlets. I guess I want to use them on
Ambiguous player number 4 over here.
I'm gonna use them to finally wipe out your companion.
What?
Yeah.
He only has 1 health. You're gonna use all that for?
Well, I don't.
Just for 1, Ralph? I mean, come on. Why would you do that?
Yeah, you know what? I am.
My trap.
Dang it. All right. Smith is dead.
Well, we'll see.
Oh wait, what do you mean? Oh, you.
I've got a roll, don't I?
Yeah, but
It doesn't matter,
it
right?
doesn't matter. He'll
He's dead no matter what.
That's a.
Oh, I really should have used it on you. What the frick? Whatever.
Do you want to take it back?
That companion is totally OP. So.
What? Oh yeah, I already wrote down that I might change it to like have less scrap rather than less cores. Okay.
There we go. So that's my turn.
All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4 scrap.
And I steal 2 damage for each. Oh wait, but I didn't attack you. I only attacked your companion, so I don't actually steal. Okay,
Yeah, back
that's
on.
fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Okay. Reset. Let's go. Here. I'm at that. Oh. Oh, these are great. Okay. Which one do I do? Oh, heck yeah. Ballista bow. We're gonna go
Holy
5
frick.
scrap and all 3 cores for ballista bow here. So that was crafting as an action. And then I'm just gonna refresh as my second action. So I'm gonna grab these dice and roll doubles, baby. Yes.
What in the world?
All 4 cores filled. I don't have any corruption. And
You have no idea how much I regret not attacking you with that last one.
Wait, so you do a damage boost, and if you use a core, you get +2 damage. So if you use 3 cores, you get +6 damage.
No, you can only do it once. You can do 1 core for +2.
Oh. Okay. Okay. The limitation, you might want to put that on the card or something.
I have other ones that say like where you can do things like that, and it says like max of 3. So yeah, I'll do.
So you could just put max of 1 or something like that, so your terminology is consistent.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna use my last little regen here, Heal 1 HP. That's whoa. That's done. Ralph actually has scrap. Yeah, Shade Lance is done. You used your last one. I feel like Jesse has way more health, but I'm scared. And also I don't get my scrap steal benefit.
Wait, I just want to put this in my back in my hand real quick, just so I can
to look at it. Sure.
Remember what it does without showing it to
I'm
you.
scared. I'm scared of what that is, though. I think I just need to do it. All right. I'm gonna hit Jesse with my mag sword for 2 damage, and scrap steel that does nothing. Which one is it? Okay, thank God. I know.
Oh, so he just fills cores.
Well, only if when it's destroyed. So like he's got 4 armor on it, and so.
So would you take 2 armor?
So he takes 2 damage. He can choose to. Dude, he has so much freaking armor out there.
Yeah, I like that. It makes it feel like no. This is really good because it makes me feel like I can do a build in the game, right? I can like really focus on like tank. I mean, I play what was my class in Diablo?
Like barbarian or whatever.
Barbarian? Friggin' love barbarian. Okay, so that's 2. Nah, you know what, dude? I'm gonna use 2 armor here.
All right, dude.
Yeah,
this
thing destroyed.
Having a trap is just so scary. Like this thing didn't affect me at all because it's just armor for him. But there's some that like reflect attacks. Dude, it is. That was so tense for me. I was just like, I don't know what to do.
I love that very much.
I had another upgrade too, by the way. Oh yeah, and then this goes active with 1 and a 2.
Because basically the way I kind of see it is like you spend scrap to like play cards and like get cards out in front of you, or you kind of play scrap to build up the cores so that you can craft like more, kind of like the ramp you were talking about.
Yeah.
I guess I'm feeling in this moment I don't see an enormous need to have more than 3 or 4 of the cores because the things don't take more than that to craft.
And you're not, I mean, usually crafting more than 2 at most, like in one turn.
Because of the scrap limitations, which I think is okay, but...
Yeah. And you could choose to save and craft a couple things at once. Like, I played with someone who just like saved a bunch, and then they crafted like 3 big items, like all in one go.
But in my mind, that saving seems dangerous because Ralph has stolen scrap from me multiple times. You've stolen or attempted to steal scrap from me multiple times. So in my mind, I'm not saving crap because it's going to be taken away. It's likely it will be taken from me.
I think I might remove that the scrap steal from the skill tree, or make it like 1 or something, because it's just like some of these things like because you can get them so quickly now, and like it just maybe it's fine too. It changes how you play. It affects what you're doing. So.
Yeah, but I mean, if you were gonna do just real quick for the steal, I might even flip that, do 1+1 damage for each attack, and leave the 2 scrap steal for the 3rd level, maybe.
Well, you see what's happened though. I mean, I've used the scrap steal. Now I may be flush with scrap, but I'm hurting.
That's true.
You know,
it also affects like who you're attacking. Like, oh, he doesn't have any scrap. Maybe I don't want to attack him, and so like it does affect some strategy stuff for sure.
Is your turn done, Steve?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It's been done for ages.
Sorry.
Also, I got doubles. I don't know if you were gone or not, Jesse, but I got doubles and filled all my cores after I crafted them.
Yeah. You're great. Shush.
Hey, you got doubles earlier.
I know. Congratulations.
I don't think I've gotten doubles at all.
Okay, so here's this and that and the other. I have no cores. I have
Ralph,
a little bit of scrap.
The stuff with the cores, like we could just make it a max of 5 cores.
Yeah,
and that
would still work with 5.
And that would free up a bunch of space on our board too.
True.
Like we could we could do like the outside 5. So like that could free up some space right above the companion card. So if we do like the top 3 and then the left and right edge ones on the bottom.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
And we could leave a gap potentially in there.
Yeah.
Unless that would
that's
feel
true.
too odd and we just do like a centered
Oh, no.
5 in the same kind of pattern we have.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
All right, I only got 1. But I get to re-roll 1 dice per turn. Hold on.
You had a
This
1 and a 5?
was it was a 1 and a 6 again.
Yep.
Oh, it was. This was a 6. Okay.
Okay. All right, so I get 1 more
Yeah,
here.
that's still good. That reroll is actually really nice for that.
Mm-hmm. But I think it's tempered because chances are you're only getting 1 more core, so you still
Right.
get your reroll, but you're
Right.
not like guaranteed to be able to craft a master. Suddenly I could craft anything mastercraft. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wait,
So
where
I
is his
think that
reroll
feels
coming
good.
from?
The utility track number 2.
Oh, nice. Okay. Sweet.
Okay, so let's see here. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. Oh, that's pretty. Let's do this. Oh my.
We don't have anyone watching right now. I'm sure this is a really boring live stream. Just like watching us deliberate on what we're doing for our turns.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
learning is
I'm not worried about it.
taxing.
We're just doing it for the random people that did show up.
Sure. Yeah,
And
we
then-
had some people in there talking for a while.
Yeah. And then it's content to throw on YouTube and
Yep.
chop together. For
What?
the
How are you
podcast.
gonna do this for the episode? How are you doing this?
Let's see what we're 2.5 hours in right now.
Oof.
I'll just cut out most of it and just
You're gonna have to
anytime
cut down all the jokes.
yeah, anytime someone like
No jokes.
there's like talk about the game design, I'll pull that in. And then for
Okay, I
YouTube I
am.
might do a different cut and just cut in kind of action of like what people are doing on their turns.
I'm done.
Okay. Ralph.
Yep. For scrap,
You have so much scrap.
I have a lot of scrap.
I should have attacked you with my scrap steel.
That's what I
Okay.
was telling you.
Yeah, but you're
There's all
just
that.
scaring me with how much health you have. I don't want to. Like you.
I have 2 more health than
Well,
you.
I know, but Ralph only has 8, so like, I don't want to. Part of me like doesn't want to like just eliminate him right away.
I definitely need to
Right
I need to get my
We've been
cores.
playing for almost 3 hours.
I haven't been playing the whole time.
I mean,
Craft.
It's about
Yeah.
45 minutes in, 30 minutes in before we started playing the game. Because there's like the instructions and chatting briefly at the beginning. But yeah, it's
Alright.
been
So,
been
but,
2
I mean,
hours.
yeah.
Yeah, and we got
And I
another.
mean, I totally understand the points you were making about the like a little clunky-ish with the tabletop simulator, though I think it works very well.
Yeah.
I don't think the time is going to be that much different.
Okay, so we've had 3 and 4 player games take hour 15, and that's what we want. I don't want this game
Okay.
to go above. Like for a 6 player game, if it does 2 hours, like that's like the max I want. But like a general like 3-4 player game,
You
like
want it in the ballpark of an hour.
hour 15.
Okay.
Yeah, like an hour. So like if it's a little bit sooner, like I had a 4 player game go like 45 minutes, but that was also we were trying some new stuff. It was like a perfect storm of combat and bonuses and stuff, and everyone just like got just murdered. Like we were also trying something different with how corruption worked, and it was way more aggressive. So everyone was just like taking damage constantly.
That was actually one of my points of feedback for the corruption was that like when you describe it initially, it feels like corruption is going to be like your biggest nemesis, and that feels kind of like it feels. I thought that felt kind of cool. Like, oh my gosh, watch out for the corruption; it's going to multiply, and then it doesn't quite end up playing out that way. Like the corruption doesn't happen super frequently.
Sure.
So maybe like a happy medium between how you used to have it and how it is currently. So it does kind of have a sizable effect, or happens maybe.
Right.
And I mean, maybe like you said, your one game was Perfect Storm and all that stuff happened, and maybe this time it just didn't happen that way. You know, you want a game that does feel unique when you play it each time.
Oh yeah, it's been different every time I've played.
All right, so I'm going to use my mech gauntlets on.
Leave me alone.
Oop, Trevor. Or sorry, Jesse.
Do you even know who we're playing with here?
I'm gonna use it against Jesse.
Wow.
Sorry.
Wow.
Did you roll
Only
for it?
used to. Not yet. Hold on. So yep, I roll a die. Yep, for hoping for 5 or 6. Oh my gosh, screw you. Okay, so 2 damage.
All right, I'll just take the 2 damage.
And you steal 2 scrap.
And I steal 2 scrap.
Get away from my scrap.
I really need the scrap, so.
Good gracious, dude. What the heck?
Now I'm going.
God.
I'm gonna use my mech wrench,
You don't need scrap.
which will give me actually a charge over here
Okay,
for
that's
my
great.
mech gauntlets.
I love that that's happening like that though. That's
I
what
know,
it's-
me too.
That's what it's for.
And I'm going to attack Steven with that one.
No, you
And it's
used
just
it. You
2
used the
damage.
charge.
Would you choose one or the other?
Yeah, you don't get to attack and.
Oh, you do one or the other. Okay, I see. I
It
see.
says
yeah, so
or
I'm just gonna.
right there.
You can.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yep. So that's good.
Cool. All right, you done?
I'm done.
All right, draw my 4. Okay, let's do this. We're gonna craft.
Please steal scrap from me.
Yes, please steal scrap from him.
I'm gonna craft a shadow wall. What are you doing over there?
I was just grabbing my scrap to like prep for my turn.
It's not your
Is
turn.
that,
It's
is that
my
a
turn.
euphemism?
But you did it before. I was trying to
Just
keep it
grabbing my
moving.
scrap. Oh yeah, I didn't mean to. But yeah, no, that's fine. That works. Okay, what do I have over here? Okay, and okay. So this cost 6 scrap, and that was 3 cores. Wait. Oh, I don't have Smith anymore. Yeah, that was it. Okay. And then that gives me 1, 2, 3 XP. I level up. I'm going to do reroll 1 die once per turn. Yeah, that's what I want to do. And then my second action, I'm going to gather. I'm going to collect 1, 2, 3, and then draw 1 and 2. And then that's my actions. I am going to hit Ralph with the mag sword for 2 damage.
Yeah.
And I'm going to steal 3 scrap. But then I'm also going to... Oh, sorry. 3 damage because of my boost over here.
Oh, frick. I'm about to die, dude.
And then I'm going to steal 5 scrap total from you.
5 scrap. Here, I'll give it to you.
And then I'm going to hit Jesse with the ballista bow. And I'm going to use one of my cores to charge it. So it's going to do 6 damage to Jesse.
Oh my word.
Frick.
Oh, 7 damage because of my boost. And I steal
Wow.
2 scrap. Dude,
Might be your
Mastercraft,
first win.
man. Mastercraft gets Gets nutty.
Seven damage.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Oh man, that felt so good. See, Ralph, that's why I hit you with the mag one, and then because I knew I was gonna hit him heavy.
Yeah.
How much health do you have left? You have 5.
5, yep.
That's my turn. Sorry. I know that puts a target on me. Man, we haven't seen any pulse items come out.
You know what? I crafted 2 items and forgot to move my XP, right? So that'll give me... But that can't be right. 7 XP?
We'll look through your discard pile.
Yeah, good call.
So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you should be at 12. You're only at 10, so you should be down 2 more.
Okay, yeah, so I did miss 1. Okay.
Ugh. All right. Well.
Oh my gosh, dude! Jesse's at 4 health. I didn't realize.
You just hit me for 7, dude.
Yeah, you got so much armor though. You didn't want to use any armor.
Well, it's kind of. I'm kind of was trying to do stuff with the +1 to all attacks, but I also was like, well, if I do my friggin' thing doodler here, I don't like.
I mean, you could just take 1 off of each of them, and then you still have the abilities. But
that's a good idea. All right, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I also like that you can mix and match the like armor user takeaway between the things. Like, you know, people ultimately want to be able to like have a little control, and I think that feels really good.
Cool. That's great to hear.
Okay, so that's still alive, and I'm not totally bleeped. Okay, so let us gather.
I feel like the action system is working pretty well.
It is. 100%. It is very clear to me, easy to keep track of, as far as I'm concerned.
And it feels somewhat like pretty balanced. So it's like you can craft stuff and you can gather stuff, but if you craft stuff, you can't also like have new cores filled. And so like I feel like it splits it up pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ralph at one point had said like, oh, I keep forgetting my actions, and that at the beginning seemed to be a result of like when the action thing, when you don't always do both things in that action one. But now that we're kind of done it a couple times, it's not so like you really don't forget very much, so that might just be like a
early stages
learning. Yeah. Okay, so we did that one, 10. I have more thingies here now. So what is this guy?
Dude, we all have so much scrap right now.
Yeah. I was going for what was called a pure scrap build.
You were just being scrappy.
You just gather scrap only.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, you have so many cards over there. We all have a lot of cards.
Whoops. Nope, give me that.
So it also like the gather thing, like where you draw cards and draw scrap. Like again, all these actions were split up before. So people usually didn't have a hand of cards. It was like you'd have 1 or 2 cards and then you'd craft them, and then like sometimes you'd be out of cards. You'd be like, oh, I have to go use one of my actions on this turn to draw more cards.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is kind of working well because then you have a lot of options each turn. of what you can
Yes.
craft.
Yeah.
I didn't even see I had this. I didn't even look at what I drew last night. Oh my god. Oh, I want to use that so bad. This game's gonna be over in like 2 turns.
Yeah. Wait, is it my turn?
No, Jesse's gone.
No. Okay, I'm almost done.
And like, I know it's getting late, but also I'm honestly having a lot of fun, and I really like this game so much.
I'm feeling it. I'm into it. I really.
That's awesome.
It is a lot of fun. Yeah.
Okay, let's do this.
Dude, especially like Endgame. Like when Mike and his family were here and we were playing, it was Mike and I were the last 2 people, and like we were standing up at the table at the end, like standing over the table, like so into. We're like, it's so close. Like, oh my god. Like, all right, I'm gonna do this. Like it was so fun. It was crazy. Nice. Sorry, I'm watching you, Ralph.
I'm trying to get it nice and organized. My
I know.
OCD.
If it gets too close to the snap points on the board, it just like locks to it. Oh,
Yeah.
jeez. Jesse's just. Oh man. All right. There. See, that's the thing too. Like even end game, every time I've seen people like draw and craft basic blueprints because it's like you can get them out quick. It's like, hey, I can get a couple hits in, or like get a couple extra things. Just like that's a saving grace sometimes.
True.
So like they're still worthwhile even late game.
Okay, so let me. That is all. It does give me 2 experience. And then that is my turn. So this comes out here. Here. Oops.
Gosh, dude, you really have a crazy defensive build over here.
Yeah. He's pretty
See
protected.
if it does anything for me.
True. There is one Mastercraft weapon that's called
I'm aware.
that ignores shield. Do you have that one?
Yes, I do, but it doesn't mean crap because you guys aren't doing anything with armor.
I just haven't really
What do I
gotten much
care
armor.
about it?
Yeah, my armor, or I have not focused on armor whatsoever. Okay, I drew my scrap. I'm good to move forward, right?
I'm very much
I'm
a
going-
utility build with some combat thrown in. Also, Jesse, there's a whole category of items that are pulse items that remove charges from blueprints, and none of those have entered this game. And like that's so clutch, especially Mastercraft. So like this ballista bow, if someone had a pulse item, they could attack me and take that charge off, and then I don't get to use it again.
That's pretty cool. I guess I'll share some of the things I have later on, but I do have some pretty cool Mastercraft cards in here.
How many do you have right now
5.
in your hand?
Yes.
Dang.
That's your turn, Ralph. Sorry.
He's going, oh, what did you make? Scrapper?
So I'm gonna craft him. That cost all my shade cores.
I don't know why some
And,
of this text is all janky. I went through
Wait,
everything.
what's janky?
Just like why it's like it's at the bottom rather than like centered in the whole card.
Oh, now I'm seeing what you're talking about. Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't like I went through every card.
We can take a look at that. I mean, might just be a fluke.
Yeah. I'm gonna make some changes after this, like in the next couple of days, and have them printed. Jesse, I'm going to a board game convention on Saturday and set up 2 playtesting sessions at this convention in Denver.
So, Steven,
Nice. Are you printing
make
out
sure
physical cards?
I'm right on this.
Yeah.
I just went 4, and I get 2 upgrades.
Oh, you hit both? Yeah, you'd get both. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Jeez.
I'm gonna do. Oh my gosh.
Did you have a crap ton of scrap? You paid the 7 for the.
Dude,
Yes, I did.
He had so much
Okay.
scrap, dude.
I have so much
Crazy,
freaking
dude.
scrap, dude.
Oh, smokes.
And I'm going to go for the reroll one as well. All right, cool. Now, I'm going to refresh because I need, right? yes, I definitely need my cores filled if I'm going to do anything else. So, all right, yeah. Curses, dude. I've had the worst luck with dice rolls. Okay. Anyway, so now I'm going to use my mech wrench or mech gauntlets. Holy crap. Against Steven. And I'm going to roll.
Oof.
Yes. 4.
4 damage?
4 damage.
You have a +1 upgrade. +1
Oh,
damage
yes, I
upgrade.
do. I just got that. Yep. Okay,
So
so 5 damage.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yikes, dude.
So that's a 1 charge from that.
Oh my gosh. You guys, this is seriously going to end in like this next round or the one after.
And I'm going to use my mech wrench now.
Jess, did you get your XP from doing Shadow Decoy? Oh, that was a while ago. Yeah, I guess you did.
Oh, and I should have gathered scrap from you as well. Still 2 scrap. Yeah.
Go for it.
To be truthful,
You can count your
I think I
count your XP from your discard. That's the main reason we keep a discard, because this has happened a bunch of times.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, jeez,
So you should be at your next upgrade.
I should have 2 more upgrades.
Yeah,
Oh,
you get those
yeah.
upgrades pretty quick.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to hit, I'm gonna try to hit Jesse with this mech wrench. And it would be for 2 damage.
+1.
3 damage.
Scrap steel.
3 damage.
And scrap steel. Yep, I really need that scrap. So,
Ridiculous.
Dadgummit. Okay, so
but if
I'm
you guys
gonna
don't have the scrap, that's still good.
use 1 armor here. I'm gonna take 2 damage. But I'm also gonna automatically refill my cores because my Mastercraft thing was destroyed.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. I love it. I love seeing things work
Things are
how I
happening.
think they would work when I design cards. It's very satisfying. All right. Are you done, Ralph?
I think that's it. Yeah,
All right,
I'm just giving my little boy some
What?
health here. Giving him some health,
I'm
dude.
scared. Oh, for Scrapper? I like Scrapper.
Yeah.
He's fun. All right. I'm going to
I can't wait to see what he looks like.
refresh. I know. Can't wait to see what all these
So,
look like.
sorry, explain to me how this works though. So draw a blueprint. So when would I use this?
So on your turn, so you can
It would be like an
you can
action.
you can look through your
At the
discard
end.
and draw one, and craft it for the shade core cost only.
Okay, and
Maybe
it
it
doesn't
should
count
say-
as an action.
No,
It's
it's
just
just
like-
so you would do that at the end of your turn and the abilities section, like when you're using your blueprints.
Okay, got it. Perfect.
And maybe that should say. I used to say choose a blueprint from your discard. I think I should say that again. But a draw happened to fit all on one line better.
Yeah.
Okay, so I refreshed. I filled 2
Ick.
cores. No corruption. I'm going to craft. What am I going to craft? Oh, that should not be 2 cores. That should be 3. Every mastercraft should be 3 shade cores, guys.
All of the
Are
ones
they
I
not?
had say 3, and the ones in my hand say 3.
I have one in
so
my
I think
hand
for the
that
most
I
part
think
you're
is just a
probably correct.
typo, and
Mm.
it says 2, but I will say it's 3.
Okay.
You might want to write down which one it is so you remember when you go back to fix.
Yeah, I got it. It's the very last card in the entire list.
Oh, okay.
I'm making a note right here to not have typos.
Yeah. It's a good note.
Yeah, we shouldn't have typos.
I don't think we do. Like Libby proofread everything. I went over it multiple times. Yeah, let's do this. All right, for 2 cores and 3 scrap, crafting the shade manipulator. That gives me
This is probably when I die.
2 XP. Man, I'm at okay, dude. We're if any of us craft like 2 things, we're gonna hit power surge and everyone else dies. So
Oh,
like,
that's true. I forgot about power surge.
we're like there. All right. Well, I guess that's all I can do. So oh baby. First of all, I'm going to use my shadow wall and I'm going to cloak. And then
You kidding me?
I'm going to who's gonna take it? I might be able to kill both of you, honestly. This might be it, guys. Oh, I used up my cores. I can't get the damage boost. All right, but I get +1 damage. All right, what are you? You're at 4. You're at 4. Oh, you're both at 4.
I'm at 5.
What? You're at 5 health?
Yep.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong thing. Oh, okay, that's fine, Ralph. Ralph, I'll hit you with the ballista bow.
Oh, really?
For 5 damage.
What? No, that's it for me. Oh, my
You're
scrap.
toast.
My scrap can't
So
save
that's
me.
the charge there. Yeah, it is 4, but I have the +1. And I steal 2 scrap.
Death.
Alright, so that's gone for ballista bow. And then I'm gonna hit Jesse with the mag sword, which does 2 + 1, so it does 3, and I steal all your scrap.
So it's 3.
Yeah, so 3 damage. Oh my god, you're literally at 1 plus a shield, or unless you.
No, I'll go down to 1.
And that was my last charge on this. And I did I get that 2 XP? I think I already did that 2
Keep
XP.
playing. I'll be right back.
Okay. And that I'm cloaked, and that's my turn. This goes live for next time. That's not the right thing. All right, your turn.
Okay.
I might actually win a game.
I think you're gonna.
Maybe. I guess the only thing you could really do is if you hit the power surge, because that just ignores like all. That can't be blocked, and I think. Yeah, maybe we should
I would.
say ignore all
So-
status.
All right. So if since I'm gonna lose pretty much either way, let's do a tester one here. So if I do gather, collect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Minus that to combat cards. 1 XP when
alright.
crafting defense. Plus that, I already did. Reroll and blueprints cost -1 core. My cores are full. Okay. So I could potentially do this if I were to draw basic cards. Because not only would I need enough scrap, but I would need enough cores, so it would have to be some kind of really fortuitous.
Don't forget the final utility upgrade is -1 core to craft.
Right.
So
Okay,
you could
so
do
then
2
I could technically do
advanced.
Advanced.
If you crafted 2 advanced, you'd get there.
If I had enough scrap, though.
True. But if they were combat, it'd be -2 scrap to craft them. But that's
So do I
still.
roll the dice and do
could
one
do-
of each?
Yeah, you could do one of each. It's a safe bet. Safer bet.
Okay, you know what though? Here's what I do. I draw my advanced first. see what it is.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Okay. And if we played this correctly, which I believe we might have, it costs 1 less core, so it costs me 1 core and 2 less scrap. So this only costs me 2 scrap.
You're muted, Ralph, if you're here. I see your mouse moving.
I am muted?
Oh, now you're back.
You're not
Maybe
anymore.
you just weren't talking. Oh, your camera's off. Maybe it was the icon I saw.
My camera's off?
Yeah, it has a little mute icon.
This is the moment of my victory.
I had to click into Discord again. Wait, Jesse's about to kill me with the power surge.
What? I thought you were gonna win this one.
He has 1 health. But he's gonna be able to get enough XP to hit the power surge probably, which can't be blocked, and the cloaking doesn't matter.
Okay, so there's this, and then I can also do this, which also only costs me 1 core and only 2 scrap.
Did you do it?
And that is 4 XP.
Oh man.
So I go 1, 2, 3, 4. With the surge of power.
Oh my gosh.
And the game ended.
Oh my.
No, wait, no, it didn't. No, it didn't. Because I had 6 health. So I still have 1 health.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh, you had 6 health?
Yeah.
Can I just
attack
you with my scrap hammer?
I'm cloaked. You can't attack me.
Oh my god.
Oh, I really thought I was dead.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so you can use a regen though. So like, still finish out your turn because I do have. I am gonna probably just kill you right away unless you have anything else, because I have a damage of 2 that I can deal to you.
Okay, so I guess I'll regen.
Oh, dude, you might actually. He might survive. Wait, no, he's not gonna survive this. Never mind. I forgot my shadow wall too.
Oh no, Jesse, you might have a shot. You might survive.
You might be able to survive until I play and kill you.
Yeah.
Oh, and I had to craft to be able to craft. Okay, I guess I'm done.
All right. I'm just gonna use my abilities. I'm not gonna do my other stuff. All right. End of my next turn. Right? Because
your cloak goes away.
So yeah, cloak goes away. So that's, you have 1, 2 plus an armor. Do either of these things give you armor? No, they're just weapons. So you have 2 plus an armor. So I'm just gonna skip my actions. I'm gonna use this as a sword, which does 1 target for 2 damage plus my bonus 1 damage, so it does 3 damage. And I think that would kill you. And if it didn't, at the end of my turn, my shadow wall explodes, dealing an additional 2 damage. And that's game.
Oh boy.
I won the game.
Steven won.
All right, leave the game for a second, or don't leave everything alone. I'm just gonna save.
Flip the table?
No, I'll let you do it in a
Is that what you
second.
said?
I'll let you do it in a second. Let me save the state of our game so that I can like use it as reference. What am I doing? That's the wrong thing. No. Let's go games.
So there's really just no way I could have won that because I got the power surge that I needed.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't. I thought I was at 5 and not 6.
Power surge was a great last ditch effort. Whoa.
Sorry, I just hit undo by accident. Ah, crap. Did I just... No, I think we're good. Okay, so let's do save. Foundry playtest 822. Save. Okay. Do you wanna flip the table, Ralph?
Yes.
No.
I've been waiting to do that the whole game.
That's the only reason he's
off
still
into the
here.
void.
Yeah. Oh man, guys,
That was long.
that was great.
That was great.
It was long. It was. It's because I swear I'm telling you, it's because a big part of it is because we were also kind of getting familiar with Tabletop Simulator and everything,
and the game in general, learning the game
and learning. So learning two things at once, really.
All right. Well, final thoughts. I guess would you play again?
Yes.
I would play over and over again.
Okay, that's great.
I'm enticed because, like I said, it does feel like you can take it different approaches. You can kind of do different builds. So
many items we didn't find. Like I kept on getting items that were one way, but then there are other types of items that I wasn't getting.
Right.
So you get there's.
I'm surprised we didn't see
everything
any
in one
pulse
game.
items. Yeah. I can't believe there were no pulse items out there.
I had one in my hand. I just never played it.
Okay. Yeah, Jesse. General thoughts. I don't want to be on too much longer. It's getting late. But
yeah, that's okay.
Summarize your experience.
I really liked it. I thought it was good. I just had a couple, just quick ones that I had just written down. There's one card that was in there. The format was like pay the scrap to recharge one armor, and then there was like something underneath that, but like the icon for the armor was beneath the text, so it almost kind of felt like the cards had 3 effects as opposed to 2 effects.
Do you know which one that was?
I don't remember exactly which card that was.
I
apologize. It was earlier in the game.
A defensive one? Oh yeah, because armor. Was it green or purple? Do you remember?
I want to say purple.
Okay, but it was just like a formatting thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like the repair corruption should maybe be like cure corruption or something.
Yeah, it used to be that. It actually used to be like you'd have to craft a potion and then have a potion token to cure it.
You're just talking about the verbiage?
Yeah, that's all. But then I also know that they're... Oh, I like cleanse. That sounds good.
That makes sense.
Because then it doesn't... Yeah, that's really good. I already mentioned the corruption thing. It does seem like it takes a little while to ramp up to start doing damage to people. Maybe that's the way it's supposed to be. I'm cool with that. But like none of us did damage to anyone until like after like what kind of like the first hour of playing, So if that's the way it's supposed to be, that's cool.
There is an element of like it almost reminds me, it's interesting. This is a weird parallel, but it reminds me of like an RTS game where you spend a little bit just building your base and deciding how you're going to approach attacking your enemy. And then the second half is like you launch your attack, right? That's kind of what it feels like, which is okay with me. I mean, it just kind of depends on who you ask, I guess. But yeah.
That's an interesting comparison. And it also depends on how you want the ramp to feel, because it does kind of feel like...
Yeah, I think I want that, but maybe like, dude, I've tweaked this so many times of like, I'm like, it's like every single time I'm like, it took too long to ramp every single time. So we're like, okay, increase XP values on cards, so some of them get you to the higher levels sooner. Okay, skill tree upgrades that give you passive boosts, and like, so you have more resources as you like, more things as you go. And like, for some reason, every time, like every single time, it's been this, that like we get going and it just is a slow to go on, even though like I brought it up to 4 XP to level up the first time, it's just like that's like 3 to 4 basic blueprints depending on their XP values.
Could also potentially be the balance of like defensive versus offensive cards.
Half of the cards are combat, 30% are defense, and 20% are utility. And because originally it was an even split in everything, and we're like, no combat was coming up some games. So we did that. And so like half of the cards are combat. So like,
okay.
But there are still random games. That's where like the variability comes in. There are still random games where like not as much combat is happening at the beginning.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, those early combat cards do less damage. So it's like, oh, we're doing 1 or 2. We're just chipping away at each other. A couple things here and there. And then all of a sudden it's just like skyrockets damage. Like you hit Mastercraft, it's usually like a couple turns before the game is over. Because those things just, like I did 7 damage to you in one go. Like,
yeah,
it gets crazy.
Yeah.
But then those feel so much more epic because you're not there for that long.
Yeah.
And it, yeah.
My last thing is just if the card is referencing like a charged or an empty core, then the icon should match that. I think all of the core icons on all the cards technically look like an empty core.
They should all look like filled cores because it's got a solid middle.
May just be because the core is like white on an orange color versus the actual token being like white with either the 2 black pieces or the 1 black piece.
Yeah.
To me, it felt like every core icon was referencing an empty core. As we played the game, I knew what the effects were as I grew familiar with the terminology, but
that's
if
also
that token is going to look like white with the black in 2 pieces, then I would say the icon on the card should have a similar look.
Sure. Essentially, anything that says like you need to use a core, it's always a filled core. The only time it's going to talk about empty is like the exchange, and then when you're crafting an empty core for your action stage. But also like the final tokens are not going to be black and white. Like they'll be illustrated and be like one side will be like an empty shell, one will be like a filled smoky substance in there.
Okay.
And then Ralph's going to redo all the icons too. So like all the icons are going to be different. I think all the ones I have right now with a thin outline makes it harder to read. And so like the ones without outlines just look solid and feel better. So yeah, that's a good thing to keep in mind as we redesign them too, though, for sure.
Yeah. I hate to like critique and run. The game is awesome. I like the game a lot.
Sweet.
That's all the feedback I had.
Thanks, man.
And I'm really hyped to play it again. So props, boys. You have done an incredible job so far.
Thanks, man. I'm excited. That was fun. Thanks for jumping in.
Fun. Yeah, anytime.
Yeah, big thank you for filling in.
Let me wrap this up. Anyway, thanks again for being here, guys. For podcast listeners, you didn't have to sit here for the 3+ hours that we did all this, but if you want to keep up to date on what we're doing, keep listening to this podcast. Also, you can follow us at Bitwaffle Games on Instagram and find out more information at bitwafflegames.com. Link to our Discord, sign up for newsletter, all that good stuff. Thanks again for being here, and we'll see you next time.
Later.
See ya.
Bye.